You said I was eager to talk about the beef, bro.
That's not what he said.
Wait, that's not
verbatim. He said he did say that.
That is
But then the way he said it was like, oh, you can't live without the beef.
No, I said no. That's not what I was. That's not even what I said.
You did say that.
You feel like we can't survive without the beef.
Okay, that's still wild.
How?
It's not that wild. Yeah, it's a straight. If he said
for the nigga that always
York hat, nah, it's because he wearing a New York hat.
All right.
So now everything is hey yo, pause, hey yo.
First of all, wearing that hat.
That's mad. That's wild disrespectful.
No, I'm just saying, bro.
Shut up.
That's crazy to wear in Boston right now, bro. Niggas might jump you, bro. I'm concerned about your.
He said,
I fuck with the Celtics.
I'm concerned about your safety.
I ride with the Celtics.
That's not what
I put this on this morning. I didn't even think about it.
That's why.
One day after being eliminated is a little bit crazy.
It is crazy. But I don't want to hear from you. That's what I'm saying.
Concerned as a friend for your safety.
Nigga,
I don't give a fuck.
You are on camera saying you don't fuck with the Celtics, you don't fuck with anything Boston, I don't want to hear it.
I didn't say all that.
Your words have said it in many instances.
Anything Boston.
The way you move,
you just
that comes off. Nigga say you want to move to Florida.
He looked right at me.
Nigga want to move to Florida, all this shit, bro. You trying to leave Boston.
Nah, bro. This is my home.
I don't want to hear it.
But I will say,
I'm not moving to get closer to Boston.
This is my home.
He said I'm going to go to the city next to it.
Yo, you
I want to be in it, though.
Thing is, it's where your heart lies. You feel me?
Nigga
Not
where you say he don't even fuck with me.
Not where you physically live.
He's no saint, nigga. Come on, bro. I'm on you, bro.
That's crazy. Nah, no bullshit.
Yeah,
he brought up. He brings compelling evidence to the table.
First of all, they say ease. They say you.
You
ain't no saint.
I can't see because of the mic, but
yeah.
He brings compelling evidence to the table, though. Hey, you wildin'.
Let's talk about it, bro. Let's kick it off with beef, bro. Hold on.
That's not crazy?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Beef, yeah.
If I said meat, bro, that's what I'm saying. It's beef, bro.
All right, come on.
My fault.
Hey.
My fault.
Hey, man, y'all already know we rocking. It's bad for the community. Rob the 508 God on the mic. I got St. Ease across from me.
What's happening?
Nate Nick's in the room.
How you doing?
And we are fresh off listening.
A little bit. Right? I've been with them people a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing back-to-back recordings, bro. He's doing overtime this week.
This is true.
Sheesh.
This is true. Working, bro.
All right, bro. So I gotta get you while you still got some energy, right? It's fresh on our brain, so I just gotta open up with it. You feel me? Beef is back in rap.
Beef is back.
And I'm not gonna lie to you.
Something about May.
I understand what you're saying.
Type shit.
I don't necessarily need rap beef to make hip hop interesting, but hip hop hasn't been interesting since the last rap beef. You know what I mean? I don't think there's literally been anything interesting about hip hop since the whole Drake and Kendrick shit.
Nah, bro, there's been some interesting stuff.
What?
Super Bowl, bro.
What does that have to do with hip hop?
Kendrick performed at the Super Bowl.
I understand that. I'm saying outside of those two figures that have been like.
Oh, you're talking about outside of Drake and Kendrick?
Like,
there hasn't been anything
literally,
interesting?
what has been interesting about hip hop?
I don't know, bro.
Young Thug being free, that's not it. Like, that's not related to like hip hop. That's not music.
It is, bro.
No, what is like what has been interesting about hip hop music as of the last couple months?
The music.
It's too subjective.
Nothing is coming to mind. Tell me,
really
bro.
just depends,
throw something out there.
It's because the things that I'm thinking of are not related to hip hop because that's not my genre.
But do you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't even have to think about it if it really was something that like shook shit up. You know what I mean? The fact that you gotta like dig like.
I'm like, you would know better than me.
I mean, that person did drop, but like, where is it, bro?
You would know better than me. No bullshit.
I couldn't tell you, bro.
I feel you.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't have an answer.
I was like, Jid about to drop
sexy songs for you, bro.
Jid about to drop an album.
That's it.
Put out the trailer.
That's all I got for you. That's
I
not
think
even
it's always rent to that.
I fuck with Jid.
Oh, no one raps no more, but we got Jid. Oh, Jid's about to drop. Like,
you would have thought Jid was like the top selling artist of our generation.
Yeah, he's nice, but like,
so I
he's
can't
not
mention him
at the pedestal of what we're talking about. Even if he drops, it's not like niggas gonna be, oh my God, Jid just dropped.
Bro, he's nice.
They talk about him like that reaction would happen.
I did not say he's not nice.
No, fair to say
Doechii won a Grammy, bro.
Okay, Doechii, there you go.
Is in there.
I will give you that.
Name right there. Doechii
I will give you that. I'm mad tired of her a little bit, but I'll give you that, bro.
You can't complain and say there's nothing, and then he gives you an answer. You say,
she won best rap album, bro.
It's everything outside of the music.
Only the third woman to ever win the best rap album Grammy.
Like you guys aren't on Twitter to know that she had the whole thing when she was in the Met Gala with the umbrellas and all that.
I don't. You're right. I don't.
No, really. Yo, not being on Twitter is actually crazy. There's a lot of bullshit information that you just don't
we talked about she wore. I didn't know there was controversy.
She had something before that.
Yeah.
And then she had what she wore.
Oh, that didn't make the list then.
Shondell was talking about it.
There was a video that went like she was getting prepared
Yeah.
Or she was trying to like move from her hotel to the car and whatever, and they had like umbrellas and shit covering her, and she was like kind of being real diva-ish in a way, like where the fuck is this? Da-da-da-da. Like just like talking to her assistants a little bit crazy and shit.
And that made niggas want to turn on her? Or was that niggas looking for a reason to be like,
They needed,
we got her?
we got more reasons.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like.
You feel me? Yeah. It just like shoved in our face, and it don't feel organic. It really don't feel organic. But she's talented, so it's okay, I guess. I hope the next album is like undeniable.
Stephen A. beefing with LeBron is hip hop a little bit.
Nah.
Hey, it's so hard to say, bro, because like removed from, and it's hard to say because it's not the reality of the situation. Removed from the beef, did GNX even have lasting impact like that?
Apparently,
Yes, because of singles.
Apparently,
like Luther
it's a banger, bro.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I don't know where these streams are coming from, bro. It's just a little crazy. It's a great song.
Because
I
like,
be pumping that song, no bullshit.
it's like a great song.
To be like
I don't hear it.
the most streamed.
Like,
Like,
you be listening to that song, no bullshit. No bullshit. I was surprised.
it's close to a Billy.
I was gonna bring up Tyler. Niggas was paying attention when he had his run, when he was dropping and shit
That's
like
toward
that.
the end of 2023.
That's 2023?
2024, my fault.
I was
Toward the end of 2024. No, I'm bugging. I'm gonna live
But
in a
like, I
different
feel like
year.
everything nowadays is really just in cycles. Like nothing really has like a lasting impact.
Yeah.
Even when it's from a nigga like Kendrick. I don't feel like GNX, the album itself, lasted like that.
Well, that's because that's not his best album.
It's not. Niggas try to
It's a
make it seem like
polarizing
it
one.
is.
That's, bro, why you doing this? Why you acting
I know
like
a
this
lot
today?
of hot
No,
take.
Nigga
bro.
acting like he real New York today. He said niggas try to make it seem like it's the best album. It's his best. Bro, niggas can have an
We
opinion.
talking about that. You gotta cite your sources.
Bro, you trying to make who
Bro,
you
I
talking
remember
about?
being on
Who?
Twitter.
Who?
Nigga, bro, what's that nigga's
Name
name?
him.
Fucking, what's
now
his name,
he's
bro? He
too
went to BHS. He went to BHS. Even Giles is on
I was
Twitter
gonna say, I
talking
was gonna
about,
throw Giles in
man,
there.
niggas
Giles
on Twitter
definitely
talking
was-
like, yo, this the best Kendrick
They
album.
fucked with it.
Like, what?
And
Niggas
niggas-
say it's the best album?
Niggas can't fuck with
The
it.
best album, nigga?
They can't fuck with
The
it.
best album.
That's their opinion. What you yelling at me for? I didn't even say that.
I'm citing my sources. I seen
Look
it from
at the
niggas that
camera.
we know. Niggas that we
They
know talking about
fuck-
this
they
is
got
the
it,
best
they got
Kendrick
it.
album.
They liked it. They thought
I
it
don't
was
think
the
these
best.
niggas saying that right now. There's no
Ask
way.
him. Call Giles
They
right
might.
now.
They
I don't know
might.
if I have his number.
They might still. Yo, they might still feel
Niggas
that
said, I
way.
don't know. He said the niggas that said it, I don't know. He's
They
like,
might
the
still
niggas,
feel that way. They're wrong. And I knew since the beat. That's not a top 3 Kendrick
why
album.
niggas gotta
At
be?
all.
You know,
At
here's my
all.
thing,
It's
here's my
not
thing.
top 3.
I
It's
feel
not.
you. I feel you.
It's cool.
What's top 3?
For me,
Pimp,
Yeah.
Pimp,
I mean,
Good
the
Kid.
undeniable top 3 is like Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City.
I
I think Mr. Morale's still better than that, so it's not top
I
4 for
agree.
me.
Mr. Morale better than GNX? Yeah, I'm with that.
think Mr. Morale is
Shit,
better
give me
than-
I'm with
Section
that.
80 over that.
Okay, you've gone too far. You've gone too far.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
You've gone too far. You've gone too far.
All right.
So
That's
yeah.
it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah, bro, nah.
Okay.
No.
all right.
I'm not saying I don't know to that
I'm
because
told.
no, it's not.
No,
It's
the
not.
answer is no. The answer is no.
I'm saying
actually.
I don't know to more so just I don't know if GNX has that lasting impact.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, the tour is based on DNX though.
Yes.
So I was gonna open
Which
up with
makes
the beef, but since we're already here, bro,
tour
not
was
that
tough.
beef, but the Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn. We'll get to that. There's a space for that. I don't think we should open up the show. I don't think it's all that.
Hey, don't open up with the hatred, man.
Nah, we can't. We went to the show on Monday.
We did.
We
That
got
shit
there
fucked up
however
my
we
whole
got
week,
there. We
nigga.
got home
I'm
however we
mad.
got home.
No bullshit.
That shit
It
threw my
really
whole
did,
week off.
bro. It really did.
You
bro.
did?
I was just playing catch up.
No,
That
I
shit
liked it,
fucked up
bro.
my drive score, nigga. Like
You what?
my drive score with Liberty Mutual, bro. Right
Oh,
track.
word? You got that shit?
Yeah, bro.
What does
Yeah.
that mean, bro?
I was
Because
driving
like
that night.
they
Why?
judge if he's
'Cause I
like
was driving at
obeying the rules
midnight,
of the law.
Why would you voluntarily sign up for that?
Because I'm a
Cheaper
good
insurance.
driver, bro.
I understand that, but like,
I'm a good driver, bro.
you know how much data and information you're voluntarily
It's just
giving
your
them?
speed, bro. It's literally just your speed and
It's not
location.
location?
Which I, It is your
Location.
speed and location, which I give anyway.
You
To
give him your
who?
location right now, bro.
Yeah, to Apple, bro. That's fine, bro. I don't need it to do to my insurance company. You know what an insurance company is, bro? They would look for any way to charge you more
I'm
for
a good
anything,
driver,
bro.
bro.
For sure.
Okay.
Good driver, bro.
All right.
I'm on right track, bro. When my driving speed is excellent.
So wait, why'd you lose points though?
Because I was driving at night. My time of day driving was bad. Because
That's like some
you
black, that's
driving-
that black man shit for real,
you're
nigga.
driving between 12 and 5 a.m.
that makes you a more riskier driver.
Because that's when drowsy drivers are on the road the most. That's when the most
So you're
accidents
some
happen.
fucked up shit.
That's true though.
That's
That's when the
crazy.
most accidents
It
happen.
is, but it's like, damn, like
Same
that's
thing
not-
with
that's
between
what their
3 and
metrics are
5.
based
punished
on?
for that? That's crazy.
I'm not
What if I
getting
gotta
punished.
drive?
I did. You just nigga.
But, like,
if,
that shit
if it's
affect
not
my
if it's
score.
not consistent, then it shouldn't hurt you. It brought my score down for the day. for like the. But
I
you know
don't like
what
that.
though,
I don't like that.
bro? It's fun. I'm gonna show you. It's fun, bro. It's cool. It's like a game,
It's
bro.
fun.
Do you get better rates for it?
Yeah, you get up to 30% discount, bro. I need that.
That's the only pro.
I'm gonna show you, bro. It's fun, bro.
I don't like the idea of that.
I don't like that.
Bro, it's fun. They made it into a game, bro. Pete, I'll show you. So look, you go to it. It opens up. If it loads ever, okay, they want my face. You
Imagine
see the Apple biometrics. Bro, it's cool, bro. You open it up, and then you click on it. Oh, they want me to review some of the trips. I don't need to do that. But yeah, you go to your drive score right now. It's a 73.
You really got a
that's not school. But look, bro. But look, look at my driving, bro. See, excellent, breakingly, excellent.
That's
but it's
just
fair because
right
of the time of day. But here's where it gets fun though. You get to compete with the people that's on there, sure. So I'm in first place.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And then you can look, you can see.
How do they know
I'm a better driver than her.
How do they know when it's you versus her?
Because it's my phone versus her phone. So I'm a better
They
driver. She's a bad
gamified-
driver, bro.
They gamified
don't like that at all.
She a
insurance.
bad driver, bro.
I don't like
but
that.
me?
So you can see. No. But the thing is, y'all splitting that insurance, so you can be like, yo, she may be 60-40.
Wait,
You're
wait.
in
Are
60.
you talking about your partner is who you're competing with?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. And make the score. But the thing is,
She sucks at driving.
she bringing the score down, bro. Really, it should be like a 90.
Like I said,
it should be like
I would make her pay more on the insurance.
No. It said poor braking.
Yeah, bro.
Her braking speed sucks, bro.
That's not good, bro. That's not good, bro. But that's why, you guys, that's why they keep track of it. So it's like, yo,
No, that's terrible.
I don't like that.
That's
though.
terrible.
I don't like
I
that.
fuck with it.
Unsubscribe from that.
They made it a
immediately,
game, bro.
You feel me? It's all good and dandy, bro. Until
I'm not gonna lie though, my
Shit.
rate's gonna go down if I don't bring the score up. I got 80 days left, 79 days left
that's
bring my
nasty
score
work, bro.
for the end of the semester.
I'm sorry, bro.
Bro, this is it's fun, bro. I fuck with shit like this. I fucked with it. I was doing it with Progressive too. It was fun. Progressive scoring is different though.
I'm not a fan of it.
I'm not.
You don't
If it
fuck
works
with
for you, it works
You don't
for
fuck with it?
Yo, bring the
Okay,
mic a little higher. Use.
Why you don't fuck with it?
I just don't like the idea of I can't drive how I want to.
No,
This nigga said I can't drive irresponsibly. That's essentially what he wants.
because I'm thinking that it doesn't
said
make a
what I
difference for me because I don't drive any
I said
differently.
what I said.
I would be snitching on myself
said what I
if I
said.
signed up. That's why I wouldn't do it.
So that's why you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
See,
I-
but then, so you wouldn't do
If
it.
I was to be you, I still wouldn't do it.
It works for me though because I don't
happy.
drive any
I'm happy it
differently.
works for you.
But I don't drive any
That is
differently
insane.
because of it. I just drive the same way I
feel
always
you.
drive.
And if you do drive properly, it makes sense to
Which
get
I
a
do.
cheap insurance.
Yo,
It
God
makes
forbid
sense.
that one day somebody in your
Makes
family
sense.
has an emergency, you gotta race them to the fucking hospital.
like he said,
and
it's
you're like,
not-
I can't fuck up my score.
That's not.
They
that's
bleeding
not-
in the
but
back
like he
seat.
said,
how they
like
calculate
he
it.
said, it's not frequent that he does that.
And that's not how they calculate it. It's your average score. It's your average speed for the
Is
trip.
it only when you want to do it?
No, every time you drive.
Because like they got the
You
shit plugged
can,
into your
but you know
car.
what? No. But you know what else? It's just tracking your phone. That's literally all it is. So here's the thing: you could also just lie and say, "Oh, I was in an Uber." They have that.
I was
as an
about to say, how
option.
does it know when you're in
Or you
your
can-
vehicle?
You let them know. You can tell them.
Because I thought Progressive has the thing that you put into like the car that connects to like the computer, like the chip
Why
of the
are
car.
people signing
Not
up
that
for
I,
this, bro?
nigga, I didn't do that. That's
Interesting.
what I'm saying. You could say, "Oh, that wasn't me driving. I was a passenger."
Yo, anytime I had some bad driving going on,
I should have done
Boom.
that for the
On that.
GNX joint.
no bullshit. Like that would make sense. I'm in an Uber. I went to,
They
the
got
Kendrick
me.
concert. That's it.
They got me,
That felt like an ad that we just did. God damn. Yo, people, do not sign up for that shit. That's
bro. Sign up
insane.
for it, bro. You get the discount, bro. No bullshit, bro. If you want, bro, nigga, that's a good
Hey,
discount.
Yo, we're not
nigga.
talking about this no more, bro. We talking about this Kendrick concert.
Insurance is a fraud to begin with.
No bullshit.
You
All
gonna,
right.
you gonna mess with the thing, bro.
I'm hip.
All right. So how was y'all experience during the concert, man?
I'm gonna
So
let
I
y'all-
got
I'm gonna
there,
let
I
y'all
think-
speak to it.
To my knowledge, the earliest.
I don't know.
You didn't get there from Mustard
You
Set.
said you saw the mustard set.
Mustard said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you didn't see
I'm
that?
hip. Like I didn't
So
even know
then,
that
yeah.
existed.
No.
I got there pretty early. I got there around like 7.
God
That's when,
damn.
it's still filling in and
You
shit
was on
like
the
that.
train.
Yeah, facts. I got there on the train.
Yeah, because you had to get there at a certain time because you had to be at South Station for a certain time for that train.
Not that train.
Oh, you didn't
I
get
didn't
that
get
one?
on that train going in. I got on that train coming back because they didn't even check
So
that
how'd you
shit.
get there?
The train. But not the train specifically for the concert. I took the regular, what do you call it, commuter rail going out to Foxborough.
Oh,
Yeah.
not from South Station.
From South Station. But they had 2 different lines. It doesn't even matter.
Yo,
it
nobody
doesn't matter.
cares
It
about
doesn't
this.
matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm
But,
curious what the
No one
details-
cares about his
I got that from
travel
Mustard.
accommodations.
The takeaway from Mustard, bro, that nigga's chain is nice. No bullshit.
Oh, you can see that from where
nigga's
you were
chain-
sitting.
Bro, even in the
Static.
daylight,
Static.
shining.
I'm hip.
I mean, I'm
Shine.
That's how I
Shine,
felt
nigga.
when I seen
I
Meek
imagine
Mill.
it shining more in the daylight. No bullshit.
No, for sure.
He said even in the daylight. whatever.
No, I feel you, but it's just like, I've never seen a chain like that in person.
You got to see. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
oh, nah, this nigga got money.
Yeah.
You was close? You
I
on
wasn't
the
even
ground?
close, bro.
Oh, so it was just glistening.
It was
on from afar
yes,
and from
bro.
the screens.
Yes,
That's
Listen
a
to
high
this.
sponsorship
Crazy.
money,
like
right?
I'm looking at it with my eyes up. I'm looking at this nigga like, bro, this nigga fucking glowing right now. Like,
This nigga glowing.
Did you like use binoculars during like your performance?
no, I
Like,
wasn't
during
that
the
far,
perform-
bro.
You wasn't.
I wasn't
sure?
that far. Don't
I don't know. I've
disrespect
seen
me.
your Instagram
What
story.
section were you in?
You was high, bro.
3.
I don't know nothing about that. We was in there.
I was in the hundreds.
My fault,
Either one was a little far.
My
I couldn't
fault,
even
niggas.
imagine.
We in the same building.
Nigga
We got
wasn't even
different
in the
views, bro. We got different views.
Nigga was in
My
outer
bad.
space.
Outer space with it.
God
I
damn,
enjoyed my time.
You was with the niggas who bought the tickets same day.
Maybe.
Not even, nigga,
Maybe.
because Johnny got this shit same day. He's not
He's
that
in
far
the
from me.
hundreds, too. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Nigga was
I
in the
enjoyed it.
stratosphere. Nigga.
I got a perfect view, in my opinion. I got to see the whole thing.
I mean, that's the only thing you have. Nigga, no bullshit. That's
Niggas
all.
up in
What
the-
did you get that I didn't get?
That was close.
What'd you get? What'd you get that I didn't get?
seats.
No bullshit.
What'd you get that I didn't get? Nigga, tell me.
Bro, I can see it better.
What did you see better?
Kendrick. Cause you know he's a small man, bro. Like I saw him better, bro. Like I know you could, bro. You probably just seen a figure and you was like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
must be
The thing
him.
is,
That's
I
gotta
didn't
be-
want to be on floor. I didn't know the floor was gonna have chairs. Actually,
I'm
I did not know that.
head.
If
Once I
if-
saw that, I was like,
if I knew
oh.
it had chairs, I would have done that too.
I
No
was
bullshit.
thinking you gonna be standing the whole time. I was like, I
That's-
want to stand the whole time.
yeah.
You feel me? Like I've been to enough concerts that I'm like,
Standing
I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to do that shit no more.
too old.
The 200s, I probably was just like, I don't want to pay that.
Because the 200's
No
not worth
bullshit.
it.
Yeah.
Because like that's not much better than the 300s.
So you might as well save your bread a
You
little
feel
bit.
me?
I get that. I get that.
Right. But either way,
100 to 200.
I'm not
make a
gonna lie
big
though.
difference,
I'm joking on you. The hundreds wasn't great too because it's just, the stadium big as hell, bro.
Yeah, it's
The
facts.
set big as
The
hell. The set
hundreds
all
is
the way
on the
back too.
floor?
Like
That's the problem.
what
Is
was
that-
he doing all the way back there,
Bro,
bro?
they chose goal line instead of half.
Yeah, bring your 5'5"
Mm.
ass to the front of the stage, bro.
They did it. They chose because you went to the Renaissance World Tour.
No, I did not.
You didn't go?
No,
Your girlfriend went though.
no,
What?
no. Her roommate.
Oh, that explains the conversation we had afterwards about the singing.
Niggas don't listen.
She's not hip because she wasn't there.
Niggas don't listen.
I didn't know, no, because I was saying that like SZA's singing, like she's doing a good job like singing the song, but it's like heavy auto tune, and she also not
Yeah.
singing every song.
she was not singing every song.
But
She was doing a lot of choreography
no,
too.
She
but
was.
that's what she's great at. She's a great
Mhm.
performer.
Mm.
She's
Bro.
also, she's not the greatest singer though. She does need a lot of like help with that live. That's
she
like
had me
been her thing.
thinking
She's fire though
she might be on that Illuminati tip, nigga. I don't know, bro. There's some things I was just like,
What makes you
she-
say that?
because she
a
shifted.
lot
her-
of the vision, like
Yeah,
the
there's some bugs,
imagery,
bro.
like I'm
She's-
just like,
what that have to do with her album?
she's kind of weird. Like,
She's an earthy.
She was
she's
riding
an
an
earthy
ant,
girl,
my nigga.
bro.
She was riding
She
an
was
ant like it
riding
was a
an ant.
horse, my nigga.
Mm.
yeah,
Like it was a
facts.
bull. No, that's
I was
not.
just like,
It's not Earth.
Mm.
I fuck with it
weird.
though, because she's herself. She's being her. You
Is
feel
she?
me? I would like to think so.
I hope so, right? But I'll say, but at
you
the
about to say
Renaissance
something
World
else?
Tour, they put it at the 50-yard line. That's where their stage was set up,
So
and so it was forward. It
when
wasn't
she
at
gets
the goal
forward,
line.
more, like when Beyonce would go more forward toward the stage, she's basically in the middle of the stadium.
Yeah, in the middle, as opposed to like on one side.
Yeah, and I wish that was the case.
Because there was some niggas on
Because
the
when
other
you have a
side.
stadium, bro, like again, I'm on like you're either on the right or the left, unless you're in the floor. Then that's the only way you could really
Facts.
catch the middle, or you're like all the way back there, like type shit. So it's just like I don't know why you just wouldn't make the stage in the middle. Just put the stage in the middle.
probably
bro.
costs more. You gotta have a bigger stage to do that.
Yeah, stretch out more.
I don't think you have to have a bigger stage. Don't do the thing where like it circles around. Like you just put square. I don't know. Just put a square platform.
So you want him to be in the center,
Yes,
and then people surrounding him.
exactly.
Yeah, that
And
would've
then
been tough. But the
Everybody
stage-
gets to
Didn't he
have
do
the
that
same
before
type
Miss
of view.
Morale?
Yeah.
So he probably wants to switch it up.
But the stage does have to be bigger though if you're gonna do that. Just because it's more surface area that you have to cover in order to make it so that everyone's view is like on point.
Mm,
Because if that's the intention, then the stage does have to be bigger.
okay.
Like
I was fucking with it though.
No,
Like
no,
the
I
whole
don't- I
stage design, like how everything looked, the
I agree.
the
The visuals.
visuals. all
I like
that
that he
shit. I
had
thought it was really dope.
like the vignettes that they recorded beforehand. I
Right,
would have never
right,
thought they
right.
would have done some shit like that.
yeah,
That was real
you-
tough.
You creative, bro. You
Yeah.
creative guy.
I think they did a lot to make the show feel more than just a show, like an actual experience.
For sure.
You
Y'all
feel
have
me?
never been to the Kendrick concert before.
I
have
never
not.
have. And
So what did
So
you
I
think
can't
about
compare it
this?
to.
So what did you think about this like this
What did
one like as a first experience?
Well, it's tough because it's more than just a Kendrick show. It's also SZA.
It is.
You
yeah,
feel
it
me?
was-
For,
and we're in
every
Massachusetts.
time Kendrick came out, I was on my feet, you know, rapping along with him. That SZA came on, I sat down a little bit more. You feel me?
Really?
Like
I was up.
I was listening, I was engaged, but I wasn't like on my feet, like yo, I'm with y'all right now.
I fuck
You
with
feel
SZA.
me?
maybe it
I fuck
changes
with
because
SZA
like
too.
I was with my lady. Were you with your lady?
That makes sense.
So it's like
Nah, no bullshit. Jasmine was not interested in SZA, bro.
Really?
She went to the bathroom. She
dang.
went to go like buy some shit.
There was parts of it where I was
She just kept
watching
leaving.
the
I was
Celtics
like,
game,
damn.
like, yo, what's going on? Then I saw Tatum got hurt. I said, oh shit.
A lot was
I was
going on
like,
that
God
night.
damn.
Basketball
Like,
news.
Turn that
But-
shit right
And that was
off.
during SZA. I was like, I'm not even paying attention to SZA right now.
Nah, if anything, I'm not gonna lie to you. it really felt like a lot of people came for SZA.
SZA, yes.
No doubt about that.
I was saying to Johnny about
She
Gillette.
made that
You
the
gave me a
stadium
thumbs
tour
down when I said
aspect
that
of it.
shit. I said, yo, this shit look like it's kind of a SZA tour right now.
Yeah,
Every
right.
time her
I disagree.
even just her
I dis-
visuals
I
came
disagree.
on, niggas were screaming, top of their lungs.
Don't say niggas.
Kendrick, bro.
It wasn't
Okay,
niggas.
not niggas.
It wasn't
Not
even men
niggas.
like that.
Now there's a lot of niggas.
It was.
There's a lot of men, excuse me.
It
There's
was.
a lot of men
But it
screaming on
was.
top of their lungs when SZA came out.
But this is the thing. Gillette Stadium, right? They didn't do Connecticut because there's not that type of
Market
stadium.
I
for
think
that,
before
yeah.
that was Jersey.
So you get your New York stragglers, you get your all of New England, you feel me, and you get your Massachusetts people.
Is that true?
Wow, yes.
They did New York and New Jersey.
They did, but I'm saying New York stragglers. Some people they weren't able to go to those ones because the tickets were more
You
expensive.
didn't go to the New York one, you didn't go to the Jersey one, you just didn't want to go.
No, then you went to the Massachusetts one because the tickets were cheaper. That's
Is it
what
cheaper?
always happened. Yes, it is. Yes.
Anyways,
That's what happens.
your thoughts
So-
on the performance though?
Performances.
Because I want to get to Nate
I'll
last
split it up.
because
'Cause I don't want to say
actually
as
experienced
totality.
other
I'll
ones.
split it up.
What's
I
up?
think with Kendrick it was dope. I don't have much complaints with Kendrick. I think with SZA more so I was confused at parts when she just wasn't singing. Like those, I don't know if there's something wrong with her earpiece because she kept playing with it. She kept adjusting it. That I was like, I don't know if she's being thrown off by something and she's trying to like catch herself to be like, okay, I got to come in at this part.
She didn't perform
With
Saturn. bro. That
SZA,
broke
there's
my
a couple
heart.
songs that's just like, yeah, like it threw me off. Like I could tell there's something going on. I just don't know what. But
I love this as
I
aspect
fucked
of
with
it.
it.
Honestly, I think the song selection she chose are all songs I fuck with from her. You know, and
You knew every song.
yeah, for the most part, for real. I love SZA music, so
You knew every one of them songs.
pretty much, yeah, basically,
Like no, like you knew the words.
yeah, for sure,
Wow.
yeah, bro. Bro,
Sure.
SOS is like a classic album of all time, and
I
even
really
beyond
don't
that,
think-
like
I don't agree.
and Control. But
Control's tough. SOS is not as tough to me.
SOS is definitely better.
No.
At least has more slaps. That's for sure.
has more songs.
Nah, it got more
It's like
slaps.
almost
It got more
twice as
slaps.
many songs.
But
It's like
I thought she was
40
gonna perform
with the
Babylon
Kendrick shit,
She didn't.
first of all,
They did
it's
perform
like
Doves
that.
in the Wind though.
Shout
That was
out-
gas.
shout out to the Asian dude next to me who was rapping bar for bar with. That's what I needed because my girl wasn't gonna give me that.
He said,
No, he was rap and he skipped every N word, bro. I respect him.
I mean, he's Asian.
No.
I'm
But to
glad.
have like to be
Self-awareness.
able to, the brain power it
We gotta
takes
think
to
about it.
rap every word and then
He probably
Be
used to
conscious
rapping it like
about-
that.
For sure.
respect
It's probably nothing to him
But
now.
I would
He's like, I don't even say
imagine
that.
people who are a fan of Kendrick are, if they're white or just non-black,
Non-black.
are aware enough to recognize, hey, I'm not going to do
for
this.
sure.
Type shit.
No bullshit.
There's
I was
other
doing it
rap
for
music
them.
out there. They don't necessarily
say
have
nigga
that filter
louder,
in their
bro.
head.
Yo, I was the only one in the section like they don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Everybody was like they don't want to hear you say
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Be like
damn,
that.
that's a shitty experience not to be able to
He's
say
like,
that.
"Nigga!"
I
Nah,
definitely was doing
Nah, they
that, bro.
lit. They still lit.
That's
nigga.
crazy.
I was using my
That's-
privilege, bro.
That's crazy. That's
But-
crazy. But it was good though.
No, I appreciate it having. I dapped him up a couple times, like, nigga,
Yeah, nah,
give
you
us some
was-
parts. You got me, bro. I appreciate that right there.
You
yo.
got me.
Like,
he was like,
I
"Hey,
got
yo."
a little quiet. Like,
Gotcha.
all right, it's not my moment right
Yeah,
here. nigga,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
me? But
Wow, shout out to the Asian man. You get his name?
nah, I didn't.
Shout
I
out to the
didn't.
Asian man next to Rob. I was like, I want to put some
Yeah,
respect
shout
on
out
his
to
name
him.
if I
Shout out
knew
to
it.
him.
Never see him again.
I think the only thing with the Kendrick thing is when he got to more of his like beat cuts or like less familiar songs,
Mhm.
got quiet in that stadium, bro. Niggas just watching a man rap. I
Yes.
will say that. That's the only
Which songs were that? He
I'd
did
have
man.
to-
He did man in the garden. And a nigga next to me
stuff
was
like that, or
rapping
even
shit.
Gloria, like something like.
Yo, that was, I mean, Gloria.
Oh, so you're not even
that's
talking
to be
about-
expected though.
I
'cause
thought
that's
you meant
like
his
the end of the-
discography. You talking about just GNX B side?
I feel like that was like
the
the end
records
of
that
the
aren't as
concert.
No,
big.
I'm just talking about songs where it's like, I think a Mad City. When you think Mad City, people know the
that one.
verse
People know
and
that,
the
for
hook
sure. For
Only
and
sure.
the verse
For
Only
sure.
he performed it
the way it's supposed to
Properly,
be. I
yeah.
feel you.
properly and the way it's supposed to be is mad entitled. If only he performed it the way we expected.
We would like it.
we would want it because
Yeah.
that was.
Good point.
I
That
feel
is a
you.
good
didn't like-
He
I
had
didn't
a
like-
little
I didn't like
R&B
that.
twist to that. Yeah,
I was like, why you speeding up, slowing down? I was like, okay, this probably was hard the first time he did it.
It'd be harder if you gave us the original right after, like the
Facts.
way we like it, you know.
I'm like, can we get turned up a little bit?
But then there's like certain songs like I don't know. I can't. Like I think "Man in the Garden" is a good one.
Mhm.
But it's like
Yeah,
where the verse, it's a long verse, very wordy, and it's not as memorable or like easy to.
Even he forgot the words, nigga.
Oh, I didn't actually catch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like stopped rapping for a certain portion of it and then picked up again. I was like, it'd be like that.
But I'll say my highlights were
For that
Euphoria.
verse.
That's all I cared
That
about.
shit was
I
tough.
just wanted to be able to sing. I mean, rap Euphoria word for word
That
with
shit was
them.
tough.
That was my moment.
Nigga had the fucking shit opened up. I was like, oh
yeah,
shit. I
everything
was
about
like,
the
I didn't even know
fire
that did
coming
that.
out. Facts, bro. Everything about it. I don't even remember his part of the performance because it was my show at that point, my nigga. You feel me? That's really what it was.
Nigga was having fun.
And then
no bullshit.
I'll say my last thing before I get to Nate and let him like compare the experiences with the other ones. Not Like Us did not hit the way it hit. It hit.
That shit definitely hit.
But
bullshit. I don't know. I know what you're thinking.
Having experienced the pop out, like even watching the pop out, how he did it, the way like, you know, he stopped at the A minor, let everybody rock.
Yeah.
The second time he did it, he let the crowd do it. He just like ran through Not Like Us and just like, and I get it because I'm sure he's over it. He knows he has to do the song, but his heart ain't in it no more. He don't want to do that song no more.
Why would he? When I said it months ago and I was like, when that show comes, who wants to really hear it like that? People,
I don't think
the
I
crowd
disagree
does.
with you though.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, I said he has to do it.
No, you was like,
said
bro,
he's not gonna do it at all.
You said you
And
only
that's
singing that shit at
wrong.
the top of your lungs. Da, 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 da. I was like, bro, I don't want to hear that record. I don't want to
You
hear that
did
record
say
like
that.
that.
I'm
He
saying-
said he wasn't
I'm
going to
saying
perform
he's
Dodger Blue. He did. Now he could have done it better. He could have done the performance better with
There was
Dodger
nobody
Blue.
there.
But he did perform it. What do you mean there was nobody there?
None of the niggas on the song.
Oh, I feel you.
So it's like
I
that's
feel you.
a
I
hard
feel
one
you.
to
Yeah,
perform.
it
'Cause
is.
he's only
It is.
on like the first part.
For sure. But
Yeah, so now
And
like
now
after
y'all
seeing
can't-
it done way better
'Cause I don't
with the
blame
pop
him.
out, I just
nigga,
and that was
I'm
underwhelming.
beyond that shit. It's like, fuck that shit.
Don't put it on the
It's
set
like-
list.
That shit was tough though.
You're not gonna do it with your heart.
That was the loudest the crowd got.
If-
So
I feel you.
I don't know.
Because Kendrick is a type of person that he's like, I'm not performing that record ever again. I'm over it.
Yeah,
But
no,
he is. So
Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. All right, Nate,
That was the loudest though. That shit was tough.
Avin being at
Hey,
do
minor
you
shit
think it
was
should have
crazy.
stopped right there though?
What, A
Because
minor?
after
No, they're
Not
not
Like
gonna-
Us was done, people were getting ready to leave, and then
that was mad
he
disrespectful.
performed Gloria,
He did.
and it's just like, oh, I didn't even think there's gonna be another song.
I don't
after
think-
That was
that.
not
don't
like
think-
us. It was
Gloria was the last
They
one.
did Luther.
Was it Luther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever collaboration
Did they do
was between
TV
the two
off
of them.
after
yeah.
as well
Okay.
or before?
No, TV off was before that.
Yeah, they did Luther
okay.
and then they did Gloria.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's
You
the
can't
end of
end
the
it with
show,
Not
though.
Like Us. If you're Kendrick, you're like, bro, I'm not
But
giving
that's the
him the
end
privilege of
that's the
ending
end of the show
like
though.
that.
That's how it usually goes. I'm
No,
not.
I
I'm
feel
not
you. I think
staying-
it's just
I'm
more
trying
so
to
a
beat the
lot of
traffic.
people after that record went off.
Yeah.
Energy
ready to
was
go.
dead, right? Yeah.
Yeah, people were just
It's like,
packing up,
we
getting ready to be
accomplished
Because
what
like,
we
bro, I
came here
came
to
what
do.
I came to see.
Yeah.
That nigga, I paid money. I can
It
leave
was a
when I
Not Like
want.
Us tour.
Nigga, you holding me hostage? I'm leaving.
Shit.
Nah, I didn't like seeing that. I was like, damn, even Kendrick get the, let me beat traffic treatment.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, even
Nigga,
him?
let me tell you this. The only reason why I didn't do that is because Jasmine didn't give me the signal to leave. I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to leave, but you're closer to
My
the
girl
exit
was
than
trying to
me.
suggest it too. I was like, bro, we gonna
Cause
be,
not
we gonna
only
be
you're
stuck in
tripping.
traffic regardless,
No, you
bro.
wouldn't have.
So I'm going to watch till
No,
the
that's-
end of the show.
You wouldn't have
You
been
wasn't
stuck in
in
traffic, bro. I was because we didn't
because
leave.
you didn't leave on time.
You
I hear
could have
I
beat
hear
the
you.
traffic, bro.
I didn't hear anyone
It's
to
not
beat the
that-
traffic.
I accounted for the
Because
traffic.
they left.
I got to check on that.
No, that's corny. I
I
didn't
got
buy the
chicken on
ticket to
that.
leave early, bro. I accounted for the traffic. We gonna do it. And plus, me and my shorty was lit, my nigga. That was
This
a
nigga was
great
lit.
fucking
I
night.
seen this nigga after the show. This nigga was lit.
I was like, I felt good, man.
He was about to tackle me.
I was off
What the fuck?
I was off the tequila, the energy drink, some
Oh,
weed.
nah, bro. What? Why'd you buy an energy drink?
It was after work. I had to liven up a little bit, you feel me? Crack a little Celsius before I got
You don't
there.
even drink that, bro.
Ew, huh?
You don't even drink those. I probably
I
geeked
don't.
you. You probably was like,
I told you I was
you was
off it.
feeling it, nigga.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
I
that
liked
shit
it.
was
I know,
nice.
I know you
Beer,
said
bro.
it threw you off on a Monday. That's what my Monday needed. I was like, whoo, all right.
Mm-mm.
We living for something this week.
Bro, that shit fucked my
feel you.
week up so bad. But I will say this. I think that the concert was great. I think that Kendrick's a great performer. SZA's a great performer. I love the aesthetic of the performance. I love what she brought to the stage. Like, she was flying, my nigga. Like, I can't
Well,
say
that was a beautiful
can't
moment.
hate on that.
Facts.
What song was she doing at that time?
I don't fucking know.
It wasn't All the Stars.
But she
No.
flew, nigga. She flew. That was
I don't remember
tough.
what song
That
it
was tough.
was.
But I'll tell you this. For Kendrick, definitely not.
You been at Day in
not great.
Vegas.
I was at the Day in Vegas.
You
Which
seen Mr.
I
Morale
think that
at
was his
TD?
best performance, the Day in Vegas show. I think that was,
Was that a Mr. Morale set list too?
no, that was him going
Before.
through his entire discography.
I know, but
Before
what
Mr.
album
Morale-
had dropped at the
Mr.
time?
Morale didn't come out.
Okay.
So he was going
Oh.
through his entire discography from Section 80, really from, what's the other shit called?
Overly dedicated.
Overly dedicated to, at that point it had been Mr. Morale, not Mr. Morale, damn.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And he went through his whole shit. And it was like everything had a moment. It was split into 3 acts. And that shit was fire. And he had mad people on stage with him. The shit was just, everything was dope.
So why do you? I I have one thing I would
I went to
change,
Miss
but like
Morale, too.
why weren't? Would you rank this third?
Yeah.
Okay. What about it?
So I think it's easier to talk about what made the others great
Okay.
than it is to talk about what made this one not. Because
you're
I
not
think that
saying
it was
it's
great.
not,
It was
yeah.
great. It just wasn't as good because it didn't have some of the other stuff. Like for the first one, like for Day in Vegas, it didn't have that like. It wasn't just Kendrick's show. I think the pacing of that was phenomenal because when he came out, people were excited. It also had like the build up because he hadn't been like out in the spotlight for a very long time. You feel me? This was like 2021. So
that's him
this is-
debuting the Jesus
that aesthetic.
crown. Yeah, the thorn crown.
So
yeah.
he came out and it was dope. But also the songs that he performed songs that like he doesn't typically perform, like Sing About Me. So I'm like he performed that. He performed like shit, like again, like deep cuts from the albums that we've wanted to hear for a long time, but we didn't get a chance to hear because live, especially unless you were there for that specific tour, like in 2011 type shit. But he got a chance to perform that, which he even spoke about it. Like those were gonna be the last times he performed some of those songs like in this way. So it was dope. So there's that, I'll say. Then for the Mr. Morale joint, that one was fire because of the theatrics that were there.
Yeah, he had a whole glass.
There
like,
was so
house
much
type of
more.
thing,
You know what I mean, like from the intro with the ventriloquist to even like Baby Keem coming on stage and like the way that it was set up with like the fire and all that stuff, just being something that like, and again, like it goes back to what I was saying before about like the type of show, right? That was a hip hop show. This was like not a hip hop show. This was like a stadium tour.
And that's
Sure.
that's the one thing I would change. I get why you do the stadium tour. That's a flex in itself to be able to do a stadium.
Only the third rapper to
countrywide
ever
tour.
do that. No bullshit.
Third rapper.
Eminem, Jay-Z, and him.
That's fire.
All three of them.
And I'm
had
pretty
the
sure
pop
Jay-Z
artists
had
act with them.
Beyonce and who had
Eminem had Rihanna. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that by yourself.
I didn't know Eminem and Rihanna went on tour together.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Stadium tour.
No, it's just I didn't know that was
Stadium World Tour.
leg. Huh.
But as a Kendrick fan, my desired way to watch him would be an
Sure.
arena.
Yeah.
For sure.
Arena max for rappers, bro. We don't need you on the stadium because the stadium tours are always stadiums are chips, bro. That's not concert
I don't think
venues.
the acoustic. I'm not
If you're
saying
not Mike, bro, or Beyonce, I don't need to see you at a stadium. I'm sorry. That's just not valid.
Facts.
It's not. It's never going to be a good experience. It's never going to be that good of an experience for the audience.
Yeah.
It's never going to be. And you as an artist are going to be so detached from the audience as well. It's just not the same, bro. It's not the same. Arenas, valid. Venues, valid. Stadium is crazy.
It's a
for
great
rappers,
look.
bro.
It's a good look, but it's not. It just how it plays out. And I think the acoustics get fucked up a little bit.
The acoustics
for
get
sure.
fucked up. Nigga, we're outside.
Yeah.
Well,
Anything could go wrong.
I don't know.
I'm glad the weather was straight and like.
No,
for
but
that.
even to your point, like the fact that it's not a closed
Yeah.
environment.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Sound doesn't have anything to bounce off.
Depends on the
of,
stadium.
You feel me? Like
Gillette's ass. That's what I'm trying to say.
what would be an
'Cause I
example
never-
of a good stadium?
What's the Cowboys joint?
AT&T.
Is that what it's called? AT&T?
Yeah.
That shit
They
would be
could close the
gas.
ceiling on that
It's
one.
closed. That shit would be tough. What's the Houston Texans? Allegiant?
I
Fire.
see.
I know that shit would be
No, that's
fuck.
kind of energy.
Jerry's dome would be fucking gas. I know that shit would be
Yeah,
tough.
for sure.
Matter of fact,
Close stadium.
Close, yeah.
Anytime.
put that shit to
makes
Jerry's
sense.
World, nigga.
And
That
then
shit's tough.
The thing is too, if you don't do the stadium, I need fireworks at the end of the show. Where was that at?
Yeah, their fireworks were mid.
Why can't we do that? Why can't we?
Budget. You gotta do it in like how many states?
Nah, bro. I feel like if you
And
plus if you gonna do the stadium, you gotta make sure it's something that you can't do anywhere else.
Are they doing SoFi in LA or what are they doing?
I'm sure they're doing so far.
Is it SoFi? They're doing some, but they're doing 3 nights back to back in LA. So that's probably what
The
they're most.
LA
That's
show's
probably where
the
most of the
one.
budget goes.
Yeah, no bullshit.
bullshit.
That's the one.
No
And I
bullshit.
bet that's gonna have all the guests and features.
You know that.
Like,
Trying to go?
No.
Trying to go?
I can't justify that.
No.
When is that? When does the tour end?
Next
I
week.
imagine that's the last stop.
Next week. This coming week.
Yeah, no, that's way too
Nah,
sudden.
bro. I'm
Way too
moving. I got
sudden.
responsibilities now, nigga.
Bro,
I can't
Way too
frivolously spend
sudden,
my
bro.
money like
Nigga
this.
said I got responsibilities now.
What you call it?
What?
Bro, that's.
Nah, but shout out to Kendrick. Shout
It
out
was
to
great, bro.
SZA. That
In
was
my
a great
opinion.
show.
I would say that on a scale of 1 to 10, that was a solid like 8.
8, yeah. I give it.
Fire. Like worth it.
Yeah.
Worth every penny.
It was-
I actually didn't
That
buy
shit
any
was
merch.
I don't want to make the
man.
comparison,
That shit was
but
long.
the last show
I
I
feel
was at was
for
the
you.
Drake and 21, and I think this is way
He
better
was there
than
from
Drake
8
21.
p.m. to 12 or from 7 p.m. to
7.
12.
Yeah, it's
You
a long
bugging,
show.
I would
Yeah.
never do that.
Hey, man. I did
But
it.
For Beyonce,
It was a
maybe.
good night. It was a good night.
Not
Beyonce.
for mustard.
Okay, don't do that. I wasn't there for mustard.
Bro, I dead didn't know he had a set. I thought he just came out for that one song. He was just walking around and he
He was
left.
there prior.
Like, he all tour with
His
the
set
nigga
reminded me just like any college DJ. Like he's just playing like typical records.
Yeah.
Like nigga played fucking Mo Bamba. I was like, oh yeah,
Oh,
he's on some
yeah.
college shit. You feel me?
That's
So
why I'm
Obama's
going
a banger,
early
bro.
nowhere.
Huh?
Nah,
Mo Bamba's
I've loved the show early, just not to a hip hop show. I show up early to like the pop shows because the DJs they play crazy shit. They be playing some shit I never even heard of. I'm like, oh shit. The Weeknd's supposed to be there soon too.
June 7th, actually.
You going to the Cardi joint?
No.
Yeah, Cardi on that. I'm not trying to see.
I'm
that.
not going.
I'm
to
so
that
sorry.
concert.
I'm not trying to.
I don't
see
like the Weeknd enough to go.
I
to
would
his
never
show.
pay any money to
Nah.
see. You gotta pay me
It's
to
the
go see a
Weeknd- it's the
Playboy
Weeknd
Cardi
too, though.
concert.
Okay.
I don't like the Weeknd
bro.
that much.
They got to pay you to go to a concert?
Cardi concert, not a
bro,
concert. A Cardi concert.
I'm with you, bro.
Nigga, what?
I'm with you, bro.
Why would I spend?
Why the nigga pay you, bro?
Why would I spend
Why the nigga pay you?
hard-earned money?
I'm not paying to see
Why
Cardi
would I
live,
earn-
bro.
That's fair. He's saying a nigga.
If they pay me, I'll
That's
go.
the only way I'm
'Cause
going.
he's not going unless you pay him.
That's exactly
Because
what
he's
I'm
not
saying.
paying for it. How he gonna get in?
Feel me?
If someone gave you the ticket, you pull up.
I need VIP treat. I can't deal with.
He said I gotta get
can't
more than
even
regular.
deal with the.
I don't wanna be on the ground.
The inconveniences, like traffic. That's a loss already.
I'm not doing it.
I went into traffic for a Playboy Cardi show, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Mind you, this nigga's been to 2 of them already? One of them?
One.
Never again.
One. Never again.
But he's been.
I never been.
And
I'm
I'll tell you, the
talking
about Roberto. I'm
best
talking
part
to
was the
Roberto.
crowd, not him.
I'm talking to Roberto.
You could have just put Playboy Cardi music and just made a crowd of people, and we probably would have had the
I don't
same.
think we're far off from that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A future where they
The
just play
Playboy
the
Cardi
music
experience.
and the artist isn't there.
It's called the club.
Right.
What?
No bullshit.
He said, I don't think we're too far off, nigga.
No bullshit.
He's not even on this.
Newsflash.
But no, I'm talking about more so like playing an album exclusively.
Playboy Cardi
like, top
night
to
at the
bottom.
club.
That's what I'm talking about more
They
so.
be having them Drake nights at the club.
Dead ass?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas
never been
pay
to-
for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, niggas is crazy.
You never been to one of the big night live joints where
I
they're
would
like,
be
yo,
niggas
like,
if I knew when they
they're
was
like
having
Doja
it.
Cat night or whatever night, and they're just listening to the album, but they're like, it's like a DJ
I
like,
did not know about that.
yeah.
I don't think a Drake night is that crazy. Personally.
Who's outside of
Let me tell you this. Kiss Me More, that's a banger.
It is a banger for sure.
She performed that, that's a banger.
Is it crazy that she played Rich Baby Daddy?
It
Bro,
crossed my mind.
that's what the nigga said, bro. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, it won't be no threat.
He did say that.
Play some shit where the women can shake their ass, bro.
He did
I'm
say
not-
that.
That's it. Don't try to be on this hip hop shit. That's not you. You can
He
be on
did say
that.
that.
Shake your ass for Drake. Shake your ass for Drake.
Speaking of which, Nokia is the most best-selling song of the year so far.
Wow.
But
What does he gain?
I do hear that record outside.
I've heard it recently.
I do hear
In
it
an Uber.
outside.
more than Luther? I don't know.
I have not heard Luther outside.
I will say I
I
heard
will
it
keep
in
it
the
a buck.
Uber. No bullshit. He was Dominican though.
The Uber?
He was Dominican.
Nokia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dominican,
yeah.
though.
He had
Speaking-
the hookah in the center console, bro. He
Just played it over and over again.
yo, he's
And that's why I was like,
he's a crazy guy.
something's up here.
All right, man. Let's get
You
to
know,
this
on
hip hop
payroll.
shit. We before we recorded, we were listening to
Bro, they stabbed Tory Lanez. My fault.
I didn't want to laugh. You laugh and made me laugh. What the
Yo,
fuck?
what?
Niggas is evil.
Nigga
What
making
the
it-
fuck?
he did that.
Why'd you do it? You don't even care about
Bro,
that.
because he said, let's get into this hip hop shit. And I was thinking, like, what is he talking? I was like, yo, but then I was like, that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about the Joey shit.
We're not
They
actually gonna
stabbed that
spend
nigga
time
Tory.
talking about it, so I'll give it. I'll,
The niggas
I'll
fuck
put
with
some
Tory
energy.
that much that it's like, damn, oh no.
Oh, they do.
Like
There's-
one of
there's
those
a lot of
things,
people
oh,
out
they
there that
stabbed
do.
Tory.
That's
There's
not-
a lot of people out
That's
there
not
that fuck with
crazy
Tory
that
Lanez.
to have niggas either celebrating it or just like brushing it
No,
off.
I'm not gonna celebrate it, but I'm thinking it's more like, oh no.
You don't think like that could have easily been like Tory Lanez dead by stabbing in jail? Like
oh no.
that wouldn't have been
That's so unfortunate.
nutty, bro.
That's so sad. Why? Oh,
That's
if only-
actually mad
If only
sad.
he didn't end up in prison.
Okay, you took it somewhere I wasn't gonna take it.
It's tough, bro.
My initial
If only-
reaction was,
if only he
damn.
wasn't there.
My
in
initial
the first
reaction
place.
was,
If only he didn't do
damn, that's
something.
crazy. You know what I mean? I saw it. I was
Yeah,
like, damn,
facts,
that's
like,
crazy.
damn.
Is he?
Damn, that's crazy.
Did he?
I didn't feel joy in that.
I don't feel
Yeah.
joy either. It's
I
just
don't
like I just don't feel pity either. I'm
celebrate
just
that.
like, damn.
If he died,
If he died, bro, I wouldn't feel pity for the nigga. I'd be like, damn, the nigga died, bro. I wish he wasn't in prison to begin with, but that means that I also wish he didn't do what he did to get up
I
there.
wish he didn't do what he did either.
But he did, and then that chain of events.
She got some gun shells in her foot. He died in jail. That fair
Don't do that.
exchange.
Don't do that.
That's not how
Your
alchemy
language
works.
was very selective right there.
I'm
You
just
know what you
saying.
just
Bullshit.
did, bro. You
No,
know you just
no,
you
he's a bad
tried to
person,
do it,
bro.
nigga. You know you tried to do it,
I'm not
nigga.
defending him.
You are a little bit though.
She got some gun shells in her foot.
Oh, she didn't. She got some.
She
gun.
got some gun shells in her foot.
It's the
Get
trauma.
some gun shells in your
That's
foot,
it.
nigga.
It's the
Volunteer
abuse,
yourself to be
the
in that
pain.
position, nigga.
If that happened, would I want the person dead?
That shot
I
you.
didn't say that.
Would you want the person that
did she
shot
say
you to
that?
get to be persecuted?
Did she say
Yes.
Okay.
Did she
So
say
what
she
happens
wants
after
to
that
get
is-
I'm not
so
defending
what
him not
happens-
being in jail.
So what happens
I just
after
wanna-
that is not up to her.
I'm not saying. Oh, I'm not saying it's her.
You made it seem like that a little bit. You made it seem
That's
like it
what
was
I'm
an
saying.
exchange, but it
that?
wasn't.
She did not
Him
express
being
she
in
wants to look at
prison,
that.
yes, Everything else that happens after that is on him. It's on him and whoever stabbed him.
Do I think he should be in prison for 10 years?
That has nothing to do with her. That was his fault too.
I mean, if he should have took
I'm about to
accountability.
say, what are we talking about? That was his fault too.
For sure.
It would have been like 3.
I'm not here to
we've been
defend
talked
too.
about this shit.
Yeah.
If I ain't
yeah,
shoot
that's
her,
crazy
If
though.
I ain't shoot her, I would have been said, I ain't shoot her.
Type shit.
Simple as that.
I really don't
Simple
care
as
about
that.
all the new
Simple
information
as that.
that's coming out. That like it might have been Kelsey. Like,
I would have
nigga,
been said, I didn't shoot her.
at
I
all.
don't know nothing after that.
Put me on the stand.
Like,
What?
But instead, it was like, nah, running around in circles and then being like, I ain't do it. It was like, but now the evidence is out that you did it. Why are you? Yeah,
I'm not gonna say I don't think it was a
Canadian
black and
lawyers,
white, but
nigga.
he definitely didn't help himself.
Still Canadian
that's a
lawyers,
fact.
nigga.
That's a fact.
That's why the terrorist is like this.
I mean,
Can't trust them.
since we on court talk,
Bro, what is there to
You're not
talk
gonna
about in
take it
court,
there.
bro?
we're not gonna take
I'm not
it.
gonna
There?
take it there.
No,
I don't really.
You was in court?
the diddler.
No, bro. He's talking about.
Nigga, we don't, bro.
I'd rather talk about.
You fuck with Diddy that much, bro?
I don't fuck with Diddy. This is a fascinating case, bro. Every day.
What fascinates you about it?
Can you remind me what else we gotta talk about before I determine if I want to talk about this or not?
We gotta
Joey
talk
Badass rapping.
Ray Vaughn and Joey Badass.
Okay.
All right.
I'd rather talk about Diddy.
Who the fuck put? What was the biggest scandal in y'all's high school?
I put that.
Oh, you got a story.
Why you say
to
it like that?
I'm like it just came out of nowhere.
Nigga be coming in here talking about whatever bullshit you want to talk about. I write one thing. It's like, who the fuck put this?
It just came out of nowhere, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Everything does.
It wasn't there.
This
when
Diddy shit is out of nowhere. Who cares about this shit?
The Diddy shit, the first thing on the list.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel the same, but I feel like if I had put
Nah,
that, I
bro.
would feel like you feel. So I'm with you. If
Yeah,
a nigga said, "Well, who the fuck put that?" I'd be like,
I
"Damn."
respect that.
But I'm
I
like,
respect
I was
that.
like,
Thank you.
"Yeah, who the fuck put that?" And then he said, "I was like,
Because you know it's not you. Obviously, you didn't put it. So someone else who has access to put it. Duh.
I just like, how
What
did
the
they get
fuck?
there, bro? That's all I'm thinking.
And that's a story.
what
time.
was the
That's a
biggest
conversation.
scandal in your high school?"
Then we
Boom.
jump at topics. We not.
You want to talk about Joey, bro? And Ray
Yeah, I don't
Vaughn?
really care to talk about this Diddy shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You want to talk about Joey and Ray Vaun, bro?
The Joey Ray.
Yeah, let's talk about
I
Joey
have something
Ray
to say
Vaughn.
about it.
Let's do it.
Okay,
I have something to say
We
about
listened
it.
to it. We listened to the one take cypher that
I
he did
did.
with Big Sean. I guess we
Absol-
got to start with that,
I
right?
love
And
Absol's part of
Absol.
that. No
And
bullshit.
I didn't get to that.
Oh,
part. My
okay.
fault.
I was
Big
like,
Sean,
why you
Absol,
keep
Joey
dropping them
Badass.
off?
I loved Absol's part of that because it was the shortest and it was the most succinct and animated. I loved it. I think that Big Sean's was cool. I didn't like that fast rapping shit he did
I
either.
didn't
That
either.
was,
No,
I
I was
like,
not
that's
a
weird.
fan
We
of
usually
it.
don't.
And if it
don't
wasn't
like
that,
that
he was
shit,
just doing
man.
the same old Big Sean flow over.
I
and
fuck
over
with
again.
Sean.
And it's like I'm not trying to hear that for.
That's still a good verse.
I like that.
I
It's a
ain't gonna
good
take it.
verse.
I ain't
It's a
gonna
good
take it
verse.
away from.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
hear that.
I see a
though,
lot of
over and
I see a
over
lot of
again.
conversation of like, it's like every time he gets on a song, even when he tries his best, someone else still outshines him.
That's true.
Because he had a couple lines in there that it had me thinking, but once Joey went, once Absol went, I wasn't thinking about what
Because
he
Joey
said.
has a story aspect. He did the Rulers bag at the top of the year, and then now he's like dissing and
Joey
baiting
was
other
also
guys.
rapping for a long time, bro.
I know you look like you was about to fall asleep during.
Because
that
it's like,
song.
bro, like what more? Like, what are you trying to prove, bro? I'm not trying to hear this.
Did you catch all like the day
bro.
flips and saying?
Just kept doing it. When you thought he was done, he had 4 more, and I'm like, golly, okay.
It's funny you say that. 'Cause
Damn.
You didn't hear the Daylight record that came out a couple weeks ago. Bad
but I know it exists,
Okay.
and I'm sure he did the same shit.
The thing is, he said
predicted.
that's exactly what you're going to do. He said you're gonna drop a song 4 bars later. You're probably gonna rime this together. Da, 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 da. He predicted exactly what Joey Badass did.
That's some battle rapper shit to do.
It's just like,
Because he's
yeah,
heard
that
it
nigga
all.
crazy.
He's literally heard it all. So it's like,
And also, he's king of like flipping niggas' names. That's like his thing.
yeah,
He might actually be the.
he did
best
that with Tay
battle
Rock.
rapper. Yeah.
I remember that.
He
That was
might be
very
the best
memorable.
battle rapper at the name flips and like how he's able to do it because he weaves it into a story, nigga. No
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, Daylight the genius. He do some
He's not the best.
ridiculous
He's
shit.
not the best battle rapper,
I don't think so either.
but he's tough.
But he's one of the.
Yeah,
He's a great rapper.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yo,
in
you know who-
general, like I'm not even
DNA?
gonna box him in, huh?
DNA's tough too.
The
That
battle
nigga
rapper.
can
Yeah,
rap.
yeah, for sure.
When he one of the niggas that need to make that transition ASAP. Just start rapping on records, bro. Because he's tough and he kind of old now.
I don't
so-
think I want beef with a
battle
person,
rapper.
a battle rapper.
Literally, that's your profession.
Literally has heard it all. What can you say that no other battle rapper, like literally when you set up a schedule, like
Well,
yo, I'm scheduled to battle this guy, I'm literally spending
But it's more than
couple
that.
weeks.
It's more than that. Because at the end of the day, for the consumer, the regular person,
Mhm.
it's also about who has a better record. Joey Badass is rapping better than Ray Vaughn right now, in my opinion, but Ray Vaughn, I think, had the better song.
I don't think he's rapping better than Ray Vaughn.
I think he is.
I think that
But it's also hard to compare because he's just putting out more records. So I
Damn, we
have
just
more
skipped
to- I
over
have
the
more
one
to
take
gauge
cypher,
through.
bro.
Absol's
What more is there to say about
fire.
that?
Joey rapped
just
for a
kind of
long
wanted to
time.
rank
Big
who had the
Sean.
best verse.
I think Absol.
I
And
would have
then
said
I'll put Joey and then
I'd take Joey.
You put
I would
Joey
say
first.
Absol.
Yeah,
I'd say
but we all know
Joey,
Big Sean last, and then 1 and 2 is debatable.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Evidently.
First of all, why they call it
Evidently.
one take cypher when that shit definitely looked rehearsed?
I'm at-
Like, or orchestrated, like the way they were interacting with each
Yeah.
other and like doing the jokes about, you know, whose girl
they
like
probably
them
only
more.
did 1 take of the actual recording, but they probably like practiced like doing certain stuff ahead of time.
Probably.
Okay.
But also, it probably was 1 take because they was like, nigga, we're not setting this shit up again, bro. Shit take mad long, bro. It's circling around. If you fuck up, you fuck up.
Does Red Bull do they do that
They do,
often?
yeah. There's
I
other
didn't know
ones too. Yeah.
Okay.
It's called the Spiral Cipher.
They
I'll
do it
look,
with real
I'll look
niggas?
into the other ones then.
They do it with a lot of real niggas, or it's just
I don't
like
know. That's the first one I've ever watched.
I'm saying.
So.
I'm
I
like,
didn't know about it prior.
this is big name rappers.
See, that's the.
I feel like I would've
would
seen
love
it if it
more
was another big
collaboration
name
like this in
rapper.
hip hop. I would love to see more
That was cool.
collaboration. Yeah, I think there's, especially somebody like Absol who's super talented. Like I know people who was like, yo, I gotta actually get into like Absol now, like from watching this.
That's dope.
You know,
Don't
so
be disappointed.
damn, why you say that?
Cause bro, he don't make music that sounds like what he's like. His
I-
last album didn't sound like that.
No, I directed someone on Herbert. He was like, yo, this like
yeah,
one of the-
okay, yeah.
this is one of the best projects like I've heard in a long time.
It's not Soul Burger.
No.
Yeah, because that's his most recent project.
Oh, really? Okay.
I wouldn't recommend them. I wouldn't redirect them to that based on that.
Yeah.
I would just.
Absol's not my style.
I fuck with.
But I
Absol,
know
though.
he could rap. Like I could hear it. I'm like, yo, he could rap.
I fuck with.
Just not my
Absol.
style.
My thing is that I've never been like a huge Absol fan, but I fuck with his music. So
And I
every-
fuck with him, the person too, because
Yeah,
I know
no,
like
he's-
his
yeah,
story,
facts.
his tribulations, all that, everything
Nigga
he's
been through a
overcoming.
lot, man.
Feel me?
tough.
But
Nigga still here.
all right, so Joey, obviously in the one take cypher, he's throwing shots. He's throwing shots at Daylight. He's throwing shots at Ray Vaughn, TD, I guess, the West Coast. He's kind of like,
Not really.
I feel like he's regurgitating the
When he's
stuff
in
that he
front-
said in
Can I say
the Ruler's Back.
in the Ruler's Back and in that other record, Finals, is what it's called?
Well, the
Yes.
finals is a response to Ray Vaughn.
He's talking way crazier on all of those records than he talked in that cipher.
Now the cypher was like a
Yeah, he wasn't
friendly
talking.
competition.
He wasn't talking crazy in the cipher, but he was talking crazy on the other records. Though.
Well, as he should, because then Ray Vaughn
That's
responds to that
I hear you.
with whole era.
I mean, like,
I hear
it's
you.
also like a Red Bull collab, bro. It's like probably not the space for that. I'm gonna do it on my own record, on my own song.
I'm just saying that it's like, bro, don't act like it's like all fun and games now. When you was saying some crazy stuff before, when Absol in the room, I don't know. That's how I looked at it. I'm like, so the nigga's there, so you're not gonna say anything too crazy
Mhm.
because you know, because you want him to understand that it's like it's not
Well,
actual
you
beef.
can't put Absol in that predicament.
I mean, Absol mentioned it.
He
said,
did.
"You put me in a difficult predicament. He said, you know, I got respect for you.
He said, "I got the
Yeah, then-
47 for
yeah.
the pro era trip, like that. That's
For the
a
woke niggas.
for the woke niggas. That's what
That's
the
what-
47 was for.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it's what-
because about balance. You feel me? 4 and the 7 keeps the balance. Bullshit.
Really? That has nothing to do with pro era. That's just me assuming.
It does have to do with pro era.
Okay.
They're-
Oh, and then they.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know the
saying.
history. I don't know the history. All right.
That's all I'm saying.
But then
bro.
you
It's
also
a-
got the TD to yeah. So
TD for LA niggas.
I respect that.
And don't get me wrong, I feel like Joey's nice. Joey's one of the nicest MCs we know in this.
I like what Joey's doing because we have not talked about Joey this much in a long.
But that's more on Joey than on
Long.
anyone else, though. The nigga want to act, bro. The nigga was acting.
I feel you.
It's not true.
He was in Mr. Robot. He was in
Nah,
that
because
short
even then,
film
like
project
American
that-
Badass, like that didn't go the way
I'm not
he
talking
probably
about
wanted it
American Badass.
to.
The project that he dropped most
2000.
recently, niggas fucked with that
I did
project.
fuck with it.
bro.
Oh,
I thought
yeah,
that was
shit
one of the
dope.
best.
That was a
I
good
thought it was one of the best
project.
projects
That
that came out that
You feel
year.
me?
But niggas
So-
wasn't talking about it.
They wanted
No, but again,
But that's
I
also
don't think
because,
he's
like-
ever been someone that's in common conversation.
But now he is.
I don't think so. And I was gonna let you like talk about it because in my opinion, no one cares about this shit. No one cares about this
I
beat.
feel like the
I
starving
understand.
rap
I
fans do.
understand. Like I was trying to let you talk
Man,
about it so
bullshit.
I could come with my perspective. Is it my turn now?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Got
no
it,
one gives
bro.
a fuck about this shit, bro.
God damn.
Like,
with you, bro. I'm with you, bro.
And yo, listen, don't get me wrong.
I fuck
Don't
with
get me
niggas.
wrong.
But yeah,
I think it's better that way because I think when you get the general public to like pay attention to it, it's a lot of niggas giving opinions on it who aren't even actually
Oh, so
listening for real.
I'm saying hip
You
hop
feel
fans
me?
care.
Hip hop fans care.
That's all that matters.
Hip hop niggas who want to listen to rap care about this.
For
And I
sure.
think no matter how Joey plays it, I think he comes out winning this beef because he's going against now what 3 people?
and he's also
It's just
bigger
him.
than all of them.
You feel me? Yeah.
Well, I don't think
Yeah,
he want, I don't think
yeah.
he want the
I was
smoke
about to
with
say, that's-
Daylight.
I was about to say
But-
that also sound familiar.
Ray Vaughn.
that sounds familiar. No,
That's
but
what
the
he
thing is,
said.
Drake played himself.
No, but that's what he said too, though.
He
could've-
He's
if he
automatic-
dropped
he's always
records
gonna
against-
come out on top
If
because
he
he's going
dropped
against
records
multiple
against all
niggas.
those niggas, it would have been a different light from this. Like, yo,
Yeah,
he didn't beat
individual
Kendrick,
records.
but that nigga was rapping
Who's
against all
the
these
third
niggas.
nigga who he's beefing with?
Reason. Because Reason just dropped the record.
Oh, I gotta hear that.
Yeah, it's called Dead Apple.
But is Reason
still
on the
signed to
side? Because
TDE?
no, he left TDE.
So he's not
he
signed to TDE
mutually
anymore?
split from them because they just business like reasons and whatever the case is. You know what I mean?
Reasons.
just
What was he
didn't
about
get
to
it.
ask?
Was Reason's position like? Was he positioning himself with Ray Vaughn and TDE?
Of course.
No. It's not in a course.
He's defending himself.
I feel like he's
he's
just
defending himself.
I mean, because he mentioned Reason.
But he's still on some like.
so it's like 3v1.
No,
It's
but
like
he's still on some like
1v1v1.
He's still on some like. Why are you talking crazy about the West Coast?
And also, he
You feel
mentioned
me?
Joey mentioned Reason in the
That's what I'm
spiral
saying.
shit.
He did.
So at the end of the day, it's still Joy against all these niggas. 3 niggas, not all these niggas, but
And it's
3
different.
niggas.
I think it's different than the Drake shit too in that way because Joey's throwing the shots. It seems first.
True.
And plus,
He's like,
I just don't. I
all
just
of
don't
these
see a
guys are
situation.
lower than Joey.
exactly.
True.
That's my.
Like
my
what was
thing.
happening with Drake was like he was fighting a grown ass man. He was fighting a couple grown ass men, and Joey's like fighting like 3 little kids type shit. You feel
Okay,
me?
you crazy, but 3
I
little
don't
kids.
condone these statements.
I'm-
I would just
Three
like
little
everyone
kids.
to know
Three
that
little-
like
I'm talking about in terms of like
outside of the Big Sean
not
slander, I can't
successfully-
stand for this.
Not
stature.
as successful artists.
Yes, they're
You just call it what it is. You
I'm
don't gotta
just
even
saying,
put an
like,
analogy to it.
Kendrick alone was already a force in itself. You didn't need to go against him and then Rick Ross, ASAP, Weekend,
Yeah.
Future. Like you didn't have to do that. But Joey Badass is more of a household name. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put him on. I'm not gonna give him too much credit for
More
that.
Nah, he
of-
be on your TV, bro. He in the household really for
More
real,
of-
bro.
Only you
Raising
got that Star
Kanan.
subscription. You feel me? It'd be different if he was on the basic cable. Now I'd be like, yo,
Yeah, I mean, he was though, Mr. Robot. He
Oh,
was
I'm not
on the
hip to
I
basic
don't know
cable.
about that. You said
I
that.
don't know
You
know
remember that
about
show?
that.
It was on USA for like 7 years, bro.
that's still not
And
basic
Joey
cable.
Badass was on it
Yeah,
for how many seasons?
like 5.
Oh shit, that nigga was he's a main character.
I did not know that.
Oh,
I don't know nothing
Damn.
about that.
Mr.
Nah.
Robot with the Malik nigga.
You could tell me more. It's not gonna change
Yeah,
if I know it or
facts.
not.
good
Yeah,
for
nah.
him though. Yeah, shout out to him.
Ben
You know?
But,
acting, bro. You don't remember
yeah.
that Netflix joint where he died?
You don't have to keep going with it, bro. It's okay, bro.
You see that?
We don't know.
I don't think
You
something
don't
about
have to fake think either, bro.
Damn,
It's
man.
okay.
Man,
No,
man,
I was
He's not
like-
even fake thinking. He's just like
Look away.
I was just like,
3, nope.
Just counting
so,
down
I
until
don't
we
know.
can
Maybe
say
my
no, I
reaction
don't
would
know, I
change
don't
how
know.
he's going about this.
But
I don't know.
all right. So
Get Down. I mean, not to get down. The other one, Wu-Tang.
Shy.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. I did
Oh,
watch
Wu-Tang.
that.
Okay.
I did watch
I
that.
was gonna say,
watch
I
that.
know
watch
y'all
that.
seen something he's
I did
in.
watch that. I did
Okay,
watch that.
Wu-Tang. Okay.
I mean, I
Yeah.
fuck with Raising Kanan. I'm
Okay.
just saying, like,
I'm
Because he
trying to find him
played
now. Wu-Tang,
Inspector
Wu-Tang.
Deck.
I don't know. I don't remember.
So you didn't watch it.
I don't remember.
Oh, all right, bro. Whatever.
anyway.
I watched it. I just don't remember what character he played,
Yeah,
bro.
I just don't think.
I watched the first season. I don't know who everyone became. I don't know their story that well.
I feel you. I just don't think he is in a situation that he could play this wrong. You feel me? He just drops his records and people are talking about him. I think that's a win.
If you drop
no
a
matter
movie
what.
on niggas,
That's
crazy.
it. You know?
Crazy.
And
Because them niggas can't do that. They can all rap, but
I
not
will
all of them
say
can
though,
act.
he's also doing it in a way that it's like he's calling out someone that he knows is not going to respond.
Kendrick is not
going
going to give him the
respond
light
to
of
this.
day.
He's on
He's not.
tour.
And Kendrick shouldn't. I don't see any
I
reason
don't
why
even think
Kendrick
Kendrick
would.
gives him a bar.
I don't think he should. Because the moment he entertains it, now it's like, okay, you have to keep up with it.
Yo, first of all, I don't think Kendrick ever enters another beef in his life.
He doesn't need to. And I don't
He
think
doesn't
should.
need to.
He doesn't
Literally,
need to,
like
and
he
shouldn't.
slayed the king.
Yeah.
Like it's over. Like
That's it.
what else do I got to prove?
He didn't
One and
need to
done.
enter into this one either. But you see,
He didn't have to enter what?
he didn't have to enter into that one either.
He started that one.
I'm mad, but he didn't have to.
No, he wanted that one.
But he didn't have to.
He didn't have to, but he came out the winner.
I'm mad, but he didn't have to.
And
That's all I'm saying is that,
That's
hey,
it.
Nah, there's only
Okay.
one person I would want to see Kendrick really go. Like
There's a
it
couple
would
niggas.
never happen.
Who, Lupe?
Nah, Pusha T. They would never do it because they're not. I would want to see. They're like the Titans right now of rap beef, bro. They
Pusha
would never
T.
do it because it just don't make sense. Like
Yeah,
they're
you-
friends.
I don't want to hear that.
that's the most Drake fan shit I ever seen. I want to hear both of his enemies go back and forth. Let's see. He said they're the Titans of rap beef right now. Nigga, what?
I just want them to kill each other.
He's like, maybe then Drake could ascend back up. He picks up the scraps and then he backs. You're crazy, bro.
Hey, man.
All right, the finals and the
I feel
whole
like
era.
I feel like my
which
position was better.
Which was it?
That whole era shit was tough.
Which one was your favorite out of the two?
Whole era.
However,
That shit was way.
it's a better record, bro.
And he,
It's a
and
better
The
record. but
finals, I didn't like the beat. It was too long, in my opinion. So I was just like, sonically, I'm not engaged.
He said you chasing Dot like you.
was
Pac-Man or
talking
some shit.
crazy,
That was
though.
tough.
Joey was talking crazy on
I
that
think
shit,
Joey's
though, and I
talking
give him points for
crazier.
that.
If you talking
Yeah.
about just
Yeah,
punchlines
he's talking
and just
crazy
like,
on that.
I think it's
But it's
better.
more than that.
Yeah,
I
the
think
flow
Ray
was a
Vaughn
little-
made a better song.
And the flow Joey was using, it was a little repetitive after a while, and it was
And
long.
sometimes there was moments where it was awkward
yeah,
with the beat.
yeah, the transitions and the beat. Yeah, Ray
just,
Vaughn was tough though,
nah, Ray Vaughn's tough.
and the visuals was chill too. I like that.
I didn't watch
Joey
the
Oh,
video.
I didn't know there was
watch the video.
visuals.
Yeah, there's visuals. Joey
So do you
didn't
see
have
why it's
visuals.
crazy now to put niggas on a shirt?
Why you say that?
Do you understand
what she
why?
did with the chamber?
No, I don't think that was.
You don't. But do you understand what that? Like, you get it though.
Yeah, like the person's dead.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
I think he understood that day too.
That's the exact reason
yeah,
I
he
did
put
it,
the
bro.
blood.
Yeah.
You a wild boy, bro.
Not
You're lucky
really.
you alive, bro.
Those were my ops.
You're
At
so
that
lucky.
moment,
Bro, he's so lucky that he didn't put me on the shirt. He did put me on the shirt.
I did.
I was about to say he did
I
it?
left off Dom, but that's KOBK.
He put Tomo on the shirt. The fuck are you talking about? Niggas is lying. He just saying anything, bro. He just saying anything.
He didn't have
bro.
to say that.
No, but this nigga's-
I wasn't even
Yo,
thinking
what
about
the
that.
fuck, bro? Nigga just said anything.
Hey, we're off that.
Like, you killed the goblin, bro. You had to go
lying
goblin
on this shit.
So, you like the finals? You like the
I
finals record more than the Ray Vaughn record?
think the finals record is a stronger diss.
Okay.
Ray Vaughn did successfully, but I also think like there was nothing like original about that style.
I mean,
And maybe it doesn't matter.
does it have to be original? He's from the West. What you want
What
him
was
to do?
original about
was
Joey's
rapping.
style?
I was about to say Joey's
What was
rapping like
original
he's
about
from
that?
the East.
I just didn't
You just
feel
from
like
the East, so you
I didn't
fuck with it
listen
more.
to it thinking like this sounds like somebody. That's it.
This sounds like
But
somebody.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't think it should matter.
I think regional sound is
I think just
important.
coming off of GNX and shit, but like, you know.
You
it's
tired of
real.
hearing that. You tired of hearing them drums that mad
Nigga.
open.
No, but even his style, like his
He tired of
cadence.
hearing
No,
this.
his cadences.
I mean, from the West, that's how he talks.
I was about to say, like,
Is it?
So you
Yeah,
gonna
bro.
look at someone like Boogie and be like, "How does it sound like Kendrick?"
He probably
He
seen
don't.
Sinners. He
But
loves
like,
Sinners.
all these niggas
literally
have
don't.
cadences that sound similar to each other.
I don't know. It's too
He
similar.
heard
They're
Ryan
from the
Coogler
same-
talk. He didn't want to watch the movie no more. He's I'm tired of this, bro. Accent, bro. Why these niggas
I
talking
don't
like
think
they're
so.
from
No. I think he
Oakland,
made a better
Compton?
song.
I'm trying to hear
I
him.
definitely agree. He
I
made a better
think
song.
for
It's
most
a
people,
slap.
that's what matters.
It's a slap. And I think it's a win for Ray Vaughn, even if he loses this beef. I don't think it goes beyond a round, but I think it has ascended now.
So is this a situation where it's a win-win for everybody?
Type shit.
Because like it's not like this is gonna stain someone's career.
And it shouldn't. That's what got corny about the last beef,
Yeah.
bro. And the whole thing you're saying about everything you're saying about nobody, the mainstream audience doesn't care about this.
Right.
Good. The mainstream audience ruined the last beef. Got mad weird about it, bro. Like just keep this shit wrapped. That's it. All right. All that gossip shit. Keep that to a point. It's entertaining, but it got weird. We can all agree where it went was just like,
I thought it was funny.
yeah, because you don't like Drake, bro. So anything to his detriment, like you're cool with that, bro. Like
I didn't think it was a
you
problem.
get shot and you'd be like, whoa.
I'd be like, tough. What happened? Why? I was like, yo, what happened?
Probably don't got that nigga's number. That shit made me laugh when Joey said that.
Oh, yeah,
I was
no
like,
bullshit. There's a couple things he said on
I
there
was like,
that was real.
Does he?
tough.
That's what I would have said.
Hey.
I'd have been like, do you?
No, probably not, but I don't need to. I'm not on the same camp as you.
Neither. No, he's not, nigga.
Ray Vaughn is part of TDE, bro.
Kendrick is not part of TDE.
Bro, you know what, like, that's still the same camp, bro. Like, they're very much still well
Yeah, 'cause, like,
connected.
to your point,
it's not
it's
like a
like-
messy breakup.
To your point, it's like, why is he on tour with SZA?
Because they've collaborated many times.
And I'm sure there's been
And they're
interactions that
breaking
Ray
bread
Vaughn
with
and
TDE.
You'd be
Kendrick
like,
has
why
had.
is he on tour with Mustard? Come on, bro. It's just
No.
they just collab. They
Again,
trans. They,
I think TDE and Kendrick
Hey,
are still
Todd, who the
very,
fuck these niggas think they talking to? Like,
facts.
what?
that's not even what he said. This nigga just said
Talk,
anything.
no, who the fuck
These
they
niggas
think
playing
they
with.
playing with?
Whatever.
Who the
You
fuck
get
they
the
think is
point.
talking to?
You get my point, nigga. You get my point. You get my point.
What was you doing during that concert, nigga?
Alright.
He's just listening.
You get my
He's
point.
like, man down, are you from here?
Alright. Anyways.
He should call 911. Like, yo, this nigga did not know the words. You need to
I was about to say some
That was
funny
a-
shit, but I would
What?
catch
Say
up.
That was corny. That was very corny.
Mad corny.
Yo, that's a fool. That's a fool.
Mad corny.
You see the deflection? You see?
Ooh, that was a good one though. It got my cheekbones hurt. I mean, my cheeks start
What?
hurting.
That was funny.
When you
bro.
really laugh and your cheeks start hurting and shit.
Oh,
That
for
was
sure.
funny.
Did that. All right.
For sure.
I appreciate you, bro.
You don't know what this side is like. It's usually me on
No,
it.
for sure. That's what I'm just saying here. I'm like,
He's
get
like-
your jokes out. I
like,
don't think
well,
it's
I'll
that
be-
funny.
That
You
was-
get the point what I'm trying to say.
I
Yo,
get
niggas'
it.
cheeks is low key hurt, bro. That was funny, bro.
All right.
Funny shit.
We
bro.
off the beef talk.
I'm
trying
That's
to-
what I had to say.
I'm trying to hear what's the biggest scandal? Why did you feel the need to add this to the list? You feel me? Something hit
No, I
you.
was just at work. I was just thinking about, I don't know what I was thinking about. And I just remembered my high school teacher
Mm.
who was being championed and paraded for being an Army vet. That nigga was not a vet.
Found out.
That nigga lied.
He lied.
That nigga have mad fucking like, what do you call it? Like medals and shit.
Yeah.
Nigga bought that shit off of eBay.
Why would he go that? Wait. Why would he go
was
that
never in the
far
army.
to do that?
Because I guess when he was, we only found out about this because he cheated on his wife with one of the teachers at the school.
Oh.
So his wife was like, okay, bet, I got something for you.
Mm.
She told the school, by the way, this nigga lied about this,
You know
and
what?
he's also having an affair.
I don't like shit like that. I don't like shit that like you helped him with the lie, and then the moment he does
It's not
you
convenient
dirty,
no more.
and, like you got dirt under too. You knew that shit.
For sure.
You know it's illegal.
That's not how it played out.
You know it's illegal. Stolen valid, bro. That's against the law.
I would imagine.
That's
I would
crazy.
imagine,
bro.
for sure.
Lock this nigga
For
up.
sure.
But it's also
So that-
like she put herself in liability too.
The wife.
The ex-wife, I'm assuming now.
Ex-wife, yes, yeah, because now he's with
So
with
y'all
teacher.
co-sign what I just said?
Co-sign.
Because I'm just gonna
I don't
apply
even-
that to
I don't
Cassie
even-
and Diddy.
I don't even remember.
What'd you say?
Never
Oh,
mind.
bullshit. What did you say?
Don't worry about
What did he say?
I don't remember, bro.
it.
Anyone hear out the other rotation? No,
I might have
I
heard
don't
you
even
say.
remember, bro.
Don't worry about it.
What did you say?
I got. It's
something,
recorded on
nigga?
the camera, so it's like we good.
No.
What did he say?
I don't remember, bro.
Wait,
you
What you say all that for?
I thought I did, but then I was like, nah, that was before, bro. I thought it was a catch-up part. I
I'm
was
saying
like,
in a
nah,
way
that
the wife was
before, bro.
complicit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
you a
about the
crazy
convenience.
nigga, bro.
The
You a
convenience.
Okay, yeah. He
Okay.
did say
a
that.
crazy nigga.
Okay,
That's crazy.
you see where I'm going with
You a
this?
crazy nigga.
All right.
That's bad, bro.
Keep going with it.
You gonna have to
Nah.
cut that out.
Nah, bro.
You don't want that. You don't mean that.
No, she's still a victim.
You don't mean that, bro.
Nah, she was complicit, bro. In certain aspects,
Bro, that nigga was abusive, bro.
he was, and he should go to jail.
That's different. This is
So that makes it
Throw away the
complicit?
key.
that's not complicity.
That makes it
bro.
complicit?
She
She's
was
a victim.
If you know someone's about to beat the fuck out of you,
She was
blow
both
up your car
a
and all this
victim
other shit,
and
that's
complicit.
complicit?
No, you can't be both.
You could be both.
I think you can, just not in her case. Because how does that have to do with how does that have to do with his situation?
What?
The wife is not a victim in this situation. She's a victim of
Wait,
him cheating, but she
wait.
wasn't a victim of his shenanigans, his antics that led to the demise.
And this is not even me just trying to like do it for the cameras. Like, I just think you wild. You wrong.
moron.
You just wrong.
Y'all don't know. Y'all haven't been paying attention.
From what I know,
Yes.
like I said, if someone has the ability to blow up people's cars, I'm sit down and not argue back.
That's not complicity, bro.
If I know this nigga pops niggas in bathrooms, I'm gonna sit down and not fight back.
Bro, they were in a very toxic relationship and very much in love.
This nigga has bodies on his hands, bro.
I
You gonna
agree.
fight back?
He's not a good
You gonna
person,
talk
bro.
back?
He's not a good person, bro. But she had a choice to leave at some point. She was a victim. Do not get whoa. That's not that crazy, bro. That's not that crazy to say, bro.
It's so much easier to say everyone has a choice until you're in that position.
I think okay. See,
Listen, she
the
coulda
thing is, this is a lose-lose situation for me
Shouldn't have brought
because
it up.
it's not a good look to like not be defending her
Like, you
all the
wouldn't
way.
fix yourself to say slaves chose to be slaves.
Nah.
Exactly.
So the abused did not
Exactly.
choose to be an abused.
So what is different?
Abused.
What is different?
Wait, technically I could say the slaves did have an
Oh my
option to
God,
run.
so it's-
You feel me? It don't make it the slavery right either, bro. You feel me? But in a way, you do gotta like you have to think in yourself, this is better than death, and this is why I'm going through with this. Anyways, I don't think that's applicable. You did me grease with that example.
Did I?
See now I got
You did yourself.
I feel like I
You
gotta
brought it up.
I feel like I gotta flesh out my answer. I'm gonna look into this
Go for
camera. I'm gonna tell the camera Diddy's a horrible fucking person.
I think we're all in
Don't
agreement
condone
about that.
anything
We all
either.
agree about that.
Domestic abuser, murderer, all that.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, got it. Cassie, assault, victim, abuse.
You better make this a clip too.
No, hell no.
Why not?
They got to tune into the episode for that, bro.
Oh, this nigga don't want to highlight it.
No.
Stand on it.
Again, she's a victim. We've seen the videos of the domestic abuse. There's bigger than that, you feel me? There's obviously financial abuse that's going on, and there's just a very toxic relationship, okay? But as I've been tuned into this shit. Like every day there's like new information that comes out and it talks about their lifestyle and what they were doing. They were high out of their minds. They were doing the freak offs and you feel me, flying out escorts. And she was a part of some of the coordination of that
Pause
too.
right there. Pause right there.
What's
So
up?
if you're even in, you're saying that she was out of her mind.
They
She's
were
not even
both-
in the,
they
okay,
were
but she's
both
not even in
high.
the right
And no,
state
no,
of mind.
and they also
Does that make her complicit?
No, they also mentioned though that like her drug issue, like her drug problems weren't directly tied all the way to Diddy. There were moments where Diddy was like, yo, she's kind of like wilding right now, and we gotta like reel this back at the same time. You feel me? So it's not like she was only doing drugs when she was with Diddy.
So the drugs were too much for him.
Huh?
So the drugs was where he drew the line.
For
Not
me?
like beating her ass. No, they Diddy. Not
No.
like beating her up. But the drugs, he was like, oh,
I
you're doing too
definitely
many drugs.
started off with saying that, like, I would never condone that. He should go to jail alone for that. He's not being charged for domestic abuse, so he might not go to jail. He's not going to go to jail directly because of that. But that will be key evidence of, you know, how the jury ends up looking at him and shit like that. I'm just saying, I think in a real situation, I'm not there, was not there. This is me making an assumption. I think all those things about abuse are true, very much true. He probably did fight to keep her there for a long time. I also think that there was a lifestyle aspect of what he was providing for her, what he was doing for her, that she was balancing out too. It wasn't just like a black and white.
So I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
What's up?
It's called manipulation.
That's part of
And
the
there's some
abuse.
people who allow manipulation to happen because there's a benefit to it.
No one allows
You don't-
manipulation.
Yeah, but you don't allow.
If you do
yourself
allow,
to be,
what
No,
are you
you
talking
don't.
you
about?
don't allow
No,
yourself
you
to be
don't.
manipulated.
You
If you're
don't.
aware, then you're not manipulated.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. That's not how it works.
It's like saying like I'm aware, I'm ignorant. No, if you're aware, you're ignorant. You're not ignorant.
she's being taken advantage of.
Yes, you are. You are still ignorant. And ignorance is a lack of knowledge, bro. If you don't go
If
to
you
seek
are
the
aware that
knowledge,
you have, if you are aware that you don't know something,
I think you're using the wrong word.
no,
then.
I'm not.
Because ignorance
what
is
I'm
a lack
saying.
of knowledge.
Listen,
I
you can
can
be aware. If I'm talking about something specific, if you're specifically saying, "Oh, I don't know about this thing,"
but
you
you know
clearly
it.
know about it.
Facts.
You clearly know about it.
Yo,
you can
Eve.
say, "I'm not well informed."
If
You
I
are
told
aware.
you I am ignorant about quantum physics, just because I'm aware of my ignorance,
You would not know what quantum physics is if you was ignorant about it.
does me knowing the
You
word
would not
does
know
not
about it.
mean I understand
You
the
are
concept
aware of it.
quantum
Again,
physics,
you can specify
bro.
and say, "Oh, I'm not well versed in that. I don't know anything about
No,
it."
I can
That's
say
not
I'm
being
ignorant
ignorant
because
about it.
ignorance is a lack of
That is not
knowledge.
being ignorant. You are aware of it.
Yo,
You are aware of it.
You're the English major. Who's using the word correctly?
Here's my thing. You're
It
both,
do- it
you're
doesn't
both
matter.
right. Like what he's saying is you're using a very extreme example, but he's using an in-depth scenario. So for example,
He's using the
if I
concept.
asked you the question, who painted this?
Tomo.
Right. Now I asked you, how did he do it?
I can make assumptions
You
about
can make assumptions, but you wouldn't know for a fact. So
For
you're
sure.
ignorant to that. You know what I'm saying? But you're not ignorant to the entirety of this painting. You know who painted it. You know where it's located. You know things about it. You know what I'm saying? So you're not
There's aspects
ignorant,
of it I'm not ignorant
but you are
to,
ignorant to specific things about it. Yeah.
Okay.
But in the case of manipulation, that's what he's saying. But in the case of manipulation,
Mm-hmm.
if you know you were being manipulated, you are no longer being manipulated. Because that means that you are on to what they are trying to do to you. They are now trying. You know that you're trying to be manipulated, but you cannot be manipulated. She was in an abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? You keep using the word toxic. Also, it wasn't toxic. It was an abusive relationship.
No,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
give you that, yeah.
And that therein, there's Stockholm syndrome that people have. But also when you're being manipulated in the sense that your lifestyle is like predicated by your abuser, you know what I'm saying? Being with this person, that's manipulation. You might be in it for the things that you're getting, but that's also
There's a
form-
self-interest in
the
there.
self-interest right therein, right, is based on the manipulation. If they weren't off, if there was nothing on the table for you to be in this relationship, then you wouldn't do it. Now, logical minds, non-manipulated minds are like, just leave.
Mhm.
But she can't, she's not thinking. That's not even an option to her.
No, I think there was an option.
There was,
But the
that's
option
not what I'm
would
saying. No.
severely
But that's not what I'm-
change your
But
lifestyle.
that's not what I'm saying to you.
You gotta go and go get it now.
I hear you, but that's not what I'm saying to you. I'm saying that there was no option for her.
You think so?
I know so because
Oh, you know, because you was there.
because the same way
Was
that
you
you know
there?
because you're saying there was.
I literally started with, yo, this is an assumption on my part.
But what
I
I'm
don't
s-
know.
but what I'm-
We none of us
No,
know.
no,
the same
I'm
argument
saying that-
presented to him is like, "Oh, was you there? You was
Facts.
not either."
I'm saying that the same as you, right?
Mhm.
I'm not involved in the situation, so the only thing that I can go on is based on what happened.
Yep.
She didn't leave because she couldn't for whatever reason. It might be because the lifestyle was based on that relationship. If she wanted that lifestyle, then she had it. But again, when you're being manipulated, you're not thinking like that. She's thinking, I'm in love with this person. She's thinking, this is our lifestyle together. This and this and this. Logical minds, non-manipulated minds, right? In that moment are saying, just
Do I
leave.
think she was being manipulated for sure?
Yeah, but
I
that's
definitely
what
agree.
I'm saying is that you're saying she could have left. Yeah, she could have, but that wasn't an option for her.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's the
understand.
only difference.
I understand.
I wouldn't say like, why didn't you just leave? Because that's like ignoring the circumstances.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're right, she could have left.
I think
that wasn't
okay.
an
I
option
think where
for
I'm
her.
trying to get at is more like, nah. I actually don't care to go more into it because again, it's like it's nasty work, bro.
It is nasty work.
And I don't care enough to like put my. I don't need to be the guy who's like
I'm
And honestly,
trying to be out the box.
And it stemmed
I
from
never even
Eve's high
understood-
school scandal.
Huh?
That's crazy.
I got the Diddy conversation. Well, there we go.
I never even understood.
Got niggas to talk about
I
it.
never even understood the argument of trying to find out the legality of like, well, it's not this, it's this. At the end of the day, the nigga did something wrong.
For sure.
So whatever way we get him out of here, get him out of here.
And
I
that-
don't care.
and that-
Beyond that,
and
like
that's
what
the
the
thing,
fuck?
too.
Like, what are we talking about?
You know-
Why he need all that baby oil?
The same way, what did they do with Al Capone? Like we know he's
Yeah,
a murderer.
facts.
We
Yes.
know he
That's
What was
he
it?
was
blamed
tried
It was
for.
tax.
tax evasion.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's
Just
like,
find a reason to get the nigga out of
yeah,
here.
facts.
Like,
we know you
I
did this.
don't
You
care.
know you're a
I
scum
don't
of the
care
earth.
after that.
His lawyer said that first day, like, yo, if this was a case about domestic violence, there'd be no case. Like you feel me? Like
His lawyer said that?
he's like, we're not here
Fire
to
that
defend.
nigga.
You know,
Get this nigga out
you
of
mean
here.
Brian
What
Steele, the same guy who freed Young Thug?
Yes.
Yeah,
Back him
the
up.
same. But he literally,
Bring
like, we're
Johnny
not here for
Cochran
that.
back.
We're not here. We, you know,
That's just a bold first statement.
basically just like, you're a horrible person. We know that. We know that, but that's not why we here.
But you, as a lawyer, you got to say that though, because you got to make sure that the jurors know, yo,
I recognize
and the
this.
judge
See, I
knows
hear
too.
you.
Be like, come on, man, you know that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
So if you're really doing your job, you're not.
Discard
You're not
all that.
exactly.
Yeah.
That don't matter.
So because
he
you
beats
have,
his wife.
because you have the whole details.
Who doesn't?
Of this, right?
Like that's crazy. No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Is this a federal case or a civil case?
Federal case. Yeah.
This is a federal case.
Yeah, this is the federal government prosecuting him.
All right.
So they're not taking him on just this then. This is clearly a lot more to it.
No,
Why
no,
the
he's
fuck would the
getting charged
feds
for-
care?
He's trying for sex trafficking,
Racketeering as well.
RICO,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and maybe arson.
So then there's more to this than just Cassie.
I might be chatting with the arson thing, but I know
so
for
there's
sure.
more to this than just Cassie.
No, the Cassie
She's
part's
just
not
the
even the
opening
problem.
of it.
No.
That's not even the
Cassie has
problem.
nothing to, like Cassie's a key witness, but it has nothing to do with domestic violence. They're only setting the scene of what the type of person he is.
I
And
see.
plus the freak offs they were doing where they were inviting yo, it was crazy though that like when we initially heard the word freak off, we just thought it was like a way like the outside world described what he was doing. No, they were
That's what
like
they call
they
it.
were
Come
literally
on.
texting each other like
Freak
when's
off.
the next freak off? When we FO in again, like shit is nuts. But
That's why 50 Cent don't fuck with him.
that shit. Now I gotta look at everybody who ever took a picture around him weird.
LeBron.
Jay.
Bro, I was just thinking about the video of LeBron. He's like, yo, Diddy, man. Diddy got the best parties. You know you do. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that shit aged bad.
But
Jaylen Brown was in the picture with Diddy.
He knew. I do though. I don't know. I can't say
so how did the
Nah, there's a lot of niggas that don't know, bro.
I can't say for certain. I
a
can't
lot
say
of
for
people
certain.
did say
Didn't Daylight say that about Joey? He said, nigga, you was at the parties too.
yeah, he did. But a lot of people
He did say he never.
he never joined the after hours parties. And plus, based
So
off
that
the
means he
freak
knew.
offs, the freak offs isn't like just from what
That
we're
means the
getting
nigga
from the
knew.
case. The freak offs
Nigga
were
went to that
just them
shit.
two and then an escort.
Come again?
Like based on what we know from the court case, there's nothing to say that the freak offs was like a public event or not a public, but like it was just them two
Diddy
and then
is Cassie and then the escort.
an escort or two or however
That's
He
it.
need a room for baby oil though.
Yo, they had to pay a lot of fines in hotels because like they would literally, she literally said to the court, like, yo, he would make us use a lot of baby oil. Like every 5 minutes, we had to like reapply the baby oil. They wanted them glistening, bro. And they said the first time that the escort came, like he had the baseball cap and a bandana on and he was in the corner just watching his girl get cracked while you beat his meat. This is a sick man, bro.
with the baby oil.
So all I'm gonna say, yo, one thing I took away from this,
This nigga's fascinated. by
everybody
it, though.
take your sexual kinks. You know how we say, I think we should shame kinks
I
again.
agree, bro. I've been saying
Like all this acceptance of kinks, like nah, bro.
I think
You're
some
like,
shit you need
you're
to be
like
shamed
2
for.
degrees away from like some crazy, nah, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah, a lot of niggas need to be shamed. That will stop them from doing
I'm
that
back
shit.
to vanilla missionary, bro. That's it.
Shaming niggas is good. Shaming niggas is good for the economy. No bullshit.
I agree.
You shame niggas and then they stop doing dumb shit.
Don't shame niggas to better music too.
Type shit. Yeah, you
That
music
shit
guys, we
wild,
gonna
bro.
shame you, bro. Don't
I'm like
motherfucker
processing
does.
what you says. That nigga crazy, bro.
Yeah, no. He's insane, bro. He's actually insane. This is an insane case. It's
Us?
fascinating, bro. This is like the modern day OJ, bro.
Because then there's the
People
other
fear
thing
what they
that
can't
me and you said on
understand.
the phone with Tomo. Like, it's just hearing everything. It's just like, this thing is crazy, bro. With the chest, like, it's just
Oh yeah, getting the man milk
Nigga
rubbed on
wild,
his
bro.
nipples. Yeah.
it's a
yeah.
wild nigga.
And milk.
It's a wild nigga.
Anyways,
Yo, y'all know too much about this.
how did the story about your teacher end, bro? Did he get fired?
Nah, he just married the English teacher and got a divorce.
By the time this came out, I was in college. I think it made the news. He did get fired.
Oh.
He's now
You
with.
can get fired for lying about being.
That's illegal.
Well, that, and I think because he was having a private relationship with
that's probably why he got fired.
like a coworker.
It was another teacher
at the school.
Did she get fired?
I would imagine.
You think she's got fired?
She should.
I would imagine because she
like,
didn't teach there no
victim.
more.
Damn.
They're together now.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, his wife was just in the way of him finding his
I was
real
about to
love, his
say,
true love.
no bullshit. It
He was
might
a
have
good
been worth
teacher too.
it.
No bullshit.
What did he teach?
History.
But why did he have to
See?
lie, bro?
I think when he was
no bullshit.
no,
It
the
probably
story
started
was,
off a small. He just wanted.
exactly.
He just wanted the military discount
I got the
at the
context.
theater.
Let me tell you, right? Let me tell. Not
he
even,
actually-
bro.
I
It
don't
wasn't
even-
even that.
I was saying I don't even think he like you because otherwise he'd be in prison.
He said the story was when he came in for the interview, the person interviewing him, I think, had his like the stories of his background mixed up with someone else who was a potential hire. And then he heard like the secretary at my school bring it up. And he kind of sat there and he was like, well, it's probably gonna help me. She seems real excited. I want the job. Like he was like, I just ran with it.
Yeah, see, that's different.
so
That's stolen valor, but that's not illegal though. You're not using.
But then he started feeding into it.
No, I
And
feel
that's
you,
where he
but
fucked up.
It gets
Getting
bad when
fake
you're like
medals is
going to like the
crazy.
government shit or like going to like veterans events and shit like that.
Mhm.
Like that's illegal.
Mm.
You can't do that.
Mhm.
No, he's doing that. It's not illegal. It's just bad ethical, like bad ethics.
Hey man.
That's crazy. So
that's tough though.
what was the
That
question about the most insane?
So that was a scandal that came out of my high
The
school that people were
biggest
like,
scandal.
damn, like that was crazy.
Ooh. Okay, biggest scandal, Brockton High. We had a lot of them. But
while you were there though.
I was about
While
to say
I
it
was
has
there.
to be connected to you.
While I was there,
Not
for
like
sure.
derived from you, but like you had to have been present.
yeah, for sure.
Probably got something there, bro.
You ever heard about the Brockton Purge?
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yo.
No, that's actually mad
That's
insane.
not.
No, that's fucking insane, bro.
I was about to say I thought of something else.
What'd y'all do?
So there was a Facebook page
Mhm.
that was posting high school girls' nudes on there, and every Friday it would like update itself, bro. And it would literally be like girls you went to class with, and it'd be like that person's name, and like in high school, you're just like, whoa, like it's just drama for you. You feel me?
For sure.
Outside of high school, you look back and be like,
That's wild.
yo,
That's crazy as fuck.
that's child pornography being like thrown. There was a Snapchat version of it too, not just Facebook. Then it became a Snapchat thing. They could like they had to get the police
Did they ever
involved.
find
on
out
it.
who did it?
Yeah, they got a few people.
Word?
Yeah, they got a few people.
People you knew? Like, did you know of them? Like, who they are?
Nah, I don't associate niggas like that. Come on.
That's it.
Yeah, it's good, bro. Don't associate with.
I thought he was gonna bring up what they call it, the 100-man bro. That's what I thought he was about to bring up.
Oh, we drove by that though. I remember we like came
That
back
shit-
from a day in the mall with Malari and his dad was bringing us back, and then we just seen
Man, shit going
cops
up.
just,
Yeah.
and then people I knew, the classmate I knew for a long time, he
Got
got
stabbed.
poked up a
Yeah,
lot of times.
facts.
A kid died from that
I would have
situation.
thought that's what she was about to say.
Well, one I actually knew, the one I'm talking about, I knew him.
Mhm.
He got flown to the hospital, survived, and then got the Tory Lanez treatment. The other one did not survive, unfortunately.
Tory Lanez treatment.
Yeah,
He be saying a lot of
I'm a
shit.
bad
on here.
person, bro. Nah,
Saying a lot of shit on here, bro. Oh.
I'm playing.
I don't really
What
have
about you,
one, bro.
Nate?
There wasn't really much that went on.
Nigga,
in my
his school had like 20 niggas in there. Come on, bro.
I thought if you asked Tom, he had a whole
When you
different
say-
answer.
when you-
Like,
graduated-
we were in different classes though. I was 2 years above him.
this is true.
When you say it like that, you make it sound like niggas in like a special ed school, bro. The school had 20 niggas? The school?
You might
That's
have
crazy. Yo, you're forcing it.
you might have had a graduating class of 20.
Nah, my graduating class was like 30 something. It's a small.
That don't make
It's a small
What
charter
was the
school.
total school size?
It was like 300 something students, bro. It's a small school, bro.
Say
It's a
that with
charter-
your chest.
It was like 300 to 400 students. It's a small school, bro. It's a charter school.
I feel you. I feel you.
You feel me? Like, come on, now.
So what was the biggest
What was your
scandal?
graduating class?
It was
It's pretty small too, actually.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
My graduating class was 1,000.
Okay, I was in a prison. Y'all niggas was in a fucking.
Well, technically,
he was in like 7 warehouses full of school shit, bro. Like,
Have you ever seen Brockton High?
Yeah, bro.
No,
It's,
it do look like that.
no bullshit. It's like kind of like
Four
like
prisons
UMass
connected.
UMass
It's like-
Dartmouth.
it's like Madison, bro. Like you been to Madison?
Nah,
Well,
nah.
it's like Madison, bro. It's fucking huge, bro.
You have been
nigga,
by
there's
Madison.
a campus, bro.
Maybe,
you walk
but I
back
don't
there,
remember.
nigga.
In
There's a
Roxbury,
fucking
right?
yeah.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah,
by.
but you ever been on Madison's campus? Nigga, you walk, nigga, there's
I
a
have no business
corridor.
over there.
There's a corridor outside, nigga. There's a big ass lot. You walk, nigga, you can get lost on that shit. There's a fucking little tunnel that connects to schools, and you walk under the tunnel. You go to the other side,
Sound like
nigga.
your school, nigga.
Big, I'm like, nigga, that's when I was like, this shit
I had to remind myself I didn't actually graduate from Brockton High.
type
I
shit.
didn't spend my senior year there. My graduating class for Framingham High was still bigger than that. But
But it's Framingham High. It's a public
Yeah.
school.
biggest scandal. Come on, bro.
There was none, bro. In my school, there wasn't really anything that happened.
Nobody fought a teacher.
Not when I was there.
Damn.
When I was in high school, bro,
You went to a good school.
I had a very
That's
chill high
corny,
school
bro.
experience. In middle school, a girl got pregnant and had to leave.
That's every day.
I was about to say that. Like, that didn't even faze me, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, they were sucking dick in middle school in the bathrooms. That was bad. But that was like, but nothing really crazy.
Tell me something new.
But nothing really crazy happened in high school, bro. We was chill. It was very chill, bro.
Yeah.
We protested.
The dice pandemic,
like a walkout
the
in
dice
senior
epidemic
year.
was bad too.
I remember you being on
They
that
was
type
going
of
to the
shit.
bad.
bathroom,
need to
dice.
do that,
Oh,
but-
shoot.
We didn't need to do
Going
that.
across the street to McDonald's, it was crazy.
They used to give us gift cards to Starbucks.
Hustling the homeless niggas, bro.
Like, we didn't need to do that.
That's crazy. Yo, one thing I was going through this week, that was on my brain. I think it makes an interesting conversation. I wonder where we could take it. And we talking about it a little bit before we started recording. Me, Nate, and Lenny, who's a guest that you guys will find out about. But we talk. I guess what I wrote down on the topic list was like success is like a double-edged sword, right? And I guess the way I paint the picture is like it feels like as I'm getting older, the more good things that happen in life, you kind of like don't want to share them anymore. You know what I mean? It just don't get received well.
Type shit.
It's with select people that you could do that with,
That's interesting.
but especially, I don't know, when the reality set in of life and shit, and you're just with adults and like other adults and stuff, it just feels like when you share great news, I'm not gonna say it's always gonna create envy, but it doesn't mean people are gonna be just as happy for you
Yeah.
as you would be, right?
Well, my question is to even get into that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why do you feel the urge to share it?
You just want to share good news with people that you care about.
So these are select people, not even on some social media shit. You're just talking about like people in your
People in
actual
real life.
life.
I think even the social media thing.
I thought you were talking about it from like a general perspective, like social media, like, oh, you make a post about like, oh, I just did this, I just achieved this, or
I don't
something
really
like
post
that.
anything on social media.
I think even then, bro, there's certain successes too that you just wouldn't put on social media either, because it just opens up just like emotions, that negative emotions from people that you just don't want to create. You
That's
know what I mean?
valid.
Like,
I would combat that with saying that like we need inspiration from the people around us. If I see someone doing something
true.
dope and they share that to me, it's like, yo, that's putting the fire in me to be
That's
like, damn,
facts.
like I should get to that too for me, for whatever that looks like in my own life. You feel me? I think with certain things that I achieve in my life, I don't share it because it's like, I didn't even really see it as a success. It's like, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm sticking to the plan.
For sure.
I did what I had to do, so it's not even on my mind that's like, oh, this is like an accomplishment, right? But certain things that I do share, it's because I'm like, nigga, I wasn't expecting this shit. And I did this. And I want y'all to have the same drive to be like, this could be possible for you too. So that's
valid.
how I'm seeing it from what you're saying, but I would love to hear more from how you're
Talking about
looking
from
at
a
it.
familial aspect more specifically.
I think, yeah,
Okay.
familial, yeah, for sure,
Okay.
like close ones, family ones, and I don't want to get too specific because I just don't. I also don't think it's a unique situation to me. You feel me? I think okay. Even we were talking earlier about just like helping people. You know what I mean? I think it's even one of those things like you can't even share too much of like the good things because then it might even create an expectation that you have the room to help. Somebody else's situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's like, then that's a balancing act that you got to do in terms of like, how can you help? To what extent can you help? Because I even brought up like, yeah, I might have more disposable income, for example. Let's say like I got more disposable income. That doesn't necessarily mean that income is supposed to like
be disposed
of, or in a way, you know what I mean? You want to help where you can help, but if I help everybody, then nigga, we all gonna be stuck here. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's like it's selfish in a way, but you gotta be able to like navigate that. You know what I mean? Like what did I see earlier? I forgot. Someone like it was like maybe an athlete or a rapper. Like they got rich and I think it was like Chris Tucker. Like Chris Tucker.
Was it Chris Tucker?
I think it was Chris Tucker. Yeah. When he was making like $20 million a year type shit, all his family just like stopped getting jobs. They all dropped their jobs.
Oh,
and it's like,
that's crazy.
nigga, I got 20 million, bro, not you.
That's so bad. That's actually so horrible.
You feel me?
I would have been like, oh, time to move.
I was like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? You know? And I think it's a balance in that between because I do believe you should help. You feel me? I don't think you should go through the world just trying to hoard your wealth for yourself. You feel me? And it's a thing like success don't even hit the same if you can't do it with people that you care about. to experience it as well. But
It's like what Stephen A's character was saying on the Law and Order shit.
mm,
It's like you bring your homeboy, it's him, they on your payroll. Type shit.
you kind of did that person. That's a good impersonation. But that's facts, though.
His next reaction after is like, yeah, I did.
I was thinking about it. I was like, damn.
But that's facts too. You know what I mean? And I think another thing we mentioned in conversation, like there's a big difference between people who like they're in a bad situation just because of like unforeseen circumstances. You know what I mean? I'm more likely to probably help a person like that. You know, I'm less likely to probably help a person who put themselves in that situation that they're in because
I think the circumstantial portion of it too is that usually when it's circumstantial, it doesn't keep happening. That there's the expectation that this is like a one-off thing.
that too.
So, and I think that happens with family a lot, where it's like niggas will call you and they'll be like, "Yo, like da da da," and you're like, "All right, bro, I got," you know what I mean. But then when it's like that cousin that like always in some shit, or like always, you know what I mean? They be like, "Damn, like just lost my job again." Be like, "Damn, my nigga again." Like, I don't got you this time, bro. You need to hold on to one for at least 6 months. Like, damn.
Help me understand that.
Like,
are you feeling like internal emotions that are just like you having a hard time accepting that you can't help everybody? Like,
yes.
is it okay.
in a way that is too. And again, it's hard to look people in the face and like tell them the good things that they got going on when it's just a reminder of like that they don't got that going on.
Good things you got going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
you said they got going on, so it threw me off.
But the good things you got going on.
Good things you got going on.
Yes.
Tough. I feel you. But you also know, like, that's part of the game. You feel me? You gotta set
Everyone's
those
life
boundaries.
is different, man.
You gotta set those boundaries and keep pushing. Fuck it. It's not my responsibility.
I'm sure there's instances in certain people's
That's why I
lives
also think you
that
shouldn't be
they
sharing
have
that
built.
information all the time. You know what I mean? Because
I feel you. Yeah. Nah.
I feel you.
Sometimes it feels like to the other person like a slap in the face.
either
You know
slap
what
in
I
the
mean?
face
Like,
or
like,
to the
rub
wrong
it.
to the
Yeah.
wrong person, you could look like an opportunity. I know
True.
you got it. Type
For sure,
of thing.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why you gotta set boundaries early and often, bro, and let people know it's like, yo, this is, but
I'm also trying to understand like and I don't want to get too into it, but more so just the conversation around it, the relationship with that person. Because just because they're family doesn't mean they need to be privy to that.
That's
You know
another
what I
thing
mean?
we
Like,
mentioned too. There's a big difference. Like I'll bend over backwards for, let's say, my mom or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'll bend over. You've done so much for, and actually, I don't even think my mom is a good example because that's like the most extreme of like what a mother does. Like
right.
a lot of people would say that, but even cousins, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's probably
Not
cousins.
every cousin the same.
Not every cousin the same. You feel me? Like there's cousins that be like, yo, we went through the mud, like with childhood, blah blah blah. You offer me so much in my life that I don't give a fuck what it is. I got you
For sure.
And then there's some people that's like, I do not have a relationship with you
just family.
outside of you complaining to me about you. Like every time I hit you, I was like, yo, how's life doing? And it's like,
bad.
Well, you know, this and that. And it's like, damn, nigga, I don't even want to call you no more. This is all you talk about, bro. Like, you feel me? You make me feel like every time I call you, I gotta help you with something. You feel me? Like,
better than me,
you don't gotta say it. I can just sense it, type of thing.
You calling your cousins and shit that you don't be talking to?
Every now and then. If it crosses my mind, it's like, I might as well reach out.
If
I get them, I
I
get
tell
them.
you this, I don't talk to them niggas unless I see them in person.
Nah, cause like
and they don't live.
If it crosses my mind,
Massachusetts.
like once our parents get older, you feel me, and like that generation starts to, not be as engaged no more. It's like a lot of us won't be talking if there's not a person who's making the effort. You feel me? Yeah. And if I think about it, it's like the least I could do is make the effort.
Oh, you want those relationships though?
Selectively, I would imagine.
I just don't. I think it's different though. I just don't live. None of my people live up here. Like all of my family live in other states.
A lot of my family's not in Massachusetts.
But you got cousins in Mass.
Yeah, and they're now getting older that we can actually talk to each other.
I don't have any aunts
at all.
I don't have any aunts, uncles, no fucking cousins, anyone in Massachusetts.
I feel you.
They all live in like Pennsylvania or Mississippi or other places. Some of them live in California. None of them live here.
You ever want to be with them, bro? Like
no.
I feel like as I've gotten older, like family means so much to me.
Family means a lot to me. Just I don't have a desire to be around my family often.
People say that a lot, like, oh, like I can never move because my family's here. I'm like, I don't feel those placeholders in my life that's like I can't go somewhere else. And
I'm not saying I can't. I wouldn't want to though. I don't think I would want to.
I think it's the same point.
Your family is like big, but it's also like stationary. That like
not all the way. Not all the way. I got people all over. But one thing about my family, I know.
I just mean like
my family,
like
my family are close.
That's what I'm saying.
Like we're very close.
Shit.
Like You know, we have an event like we all like you feel me, table of 20 type shit. Like we're very close and tight knit and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like where you're at, it's stationary in the sense that it's like stable where you're at. People support each other and so on.
For sure.
My family, so like it's scattered. So it's like they support each other where they're at. Yeah, they don't live over here.
And even the examples I'm talking about,
I don't even know these niggas.
And I think that'd be a difference.
Like apparently, it's crazy. I tell you, this is crazy shit, bro.
And I think it's bigger than
some
family.
people, bro. I'd be like, you're my cousin. That's crazy.
When you
never know.
When you talk about the type of relationship you have with them, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that it has to be mutual in a way. It doesn't have to be financially mutual, but it has to be mutual. Like I don't want to just feel like I'm helping a charity case. Like you feel me? In some way or another, you add value to my life, and that's why I appreciate you. I'm not saying that's the only reason you have to do it, but I'd be less compelled to do it that way. And I think it goes beyond even just family. I think in general, right? Yeah. I don't know if you want to go there with it, but that's kind of where like our conversation left off and shit like that.
About the rent parties, no bullshit.
Yeah,
bro. We need to bring back. We got to be more creative with the way that we're engaging in like this shit. Cause like we were talking about a little earlier about how people like be struggling and they don't say anything until like it's too late. Or maybe they're struggling and they just don't like they like allow like the consequences, like Tomo was saying, thug it out, and allow the consequences to like betrow them. You feel me? Where it's like, what the fuck? I've been saying that often.
Wait, so rent parties, like people having a party to raise the rent for the month?
Yeah. Because they don't have it. Because like something happened, like they couldn't afford it this month, or like they lost their job, or they had to pay for a funeral or something. You feel me? Something happened that prevented them from being able to do it. So they throw a party with like them, their neighbors, their friends, their family, people that care about them. And it's like, yo, you pay like $20, $30 at the door to come in.
I mean, at least you're providing something.
But it's a party. That's
the point.
Person just being like, hey, can you help me rent? You know what I mean?
Shit, but it's a party.
A lot of people are gonna have a lot easier time saying no to that versus like, oh, if it's a party, I'll pay for party. I pay for parties all the time.
To the party.
You feel me?
Like, yo, I'm selling plates.
It's a party for a good cause.
Yeah. Selling plates. I'm selling like my
providing something.
What is portraits? Like, what do we even call this? I was like painting, but it's like it's not just a painting. There's other stuff going on too. Yeah. Selling my portraits. I'm selling like my album or whatever it might be. And then like, but I was also saying that double down, bro. We should start a rent party business.
A rent party business. How would this look like?
So like every 2 months, throw a party and it's like it goes to someone in the community's rent.
Oh no, wait, that could be a.
He was with it, but then he wasn't with it.
Nah, because
he was with it, but then
the moment you said that, the last piece, I'm like, this gonna be niggas who just stop paying rent. Like maybe they got me.
No. It's not. No.
How do you select the people?
We would go
need
through
that aid.
We would go through, and it would be someone that's like involved in the rent party process. Like for example, right? Like like a susu.
I was dead thinking as he was describing that, I was thinking like,
it's kind of like
a
that.
soul.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
like
also
a soul,
susu.
yeah.
I was like, for example, right? Let's say let's just make it easy for keeping track of the whole conversation. 12 people, right? Mm-hmm. Each month, somebody gets a hand collected from every other 11 people.
Type shit.
So it goes through the process, right?
Okay.
I never saw the value in it because I'm like, just save your money. Like, put money aside.
But it's a way to save
at the same way. But yes, I always thought it was beneficial only for the first and last person. Because the first person is like, yo, they getting that lump sum right away. You feel me? But the last person is like, yo, I was giving money away that whole time, but it's coming right back to me.
Yeah. But it is valuable though, because it's another way that people save their money.
It is. I think it's a way that people get that discipline and are held accountable.
I feel like it got to be like the replacement. Someone calls us like, yo, rent, and we're like, all right, we got you.
But so the way that I was thinking of it is that like,
funny you was thinking that.
No, but because it's kind of like that. But the way that I kind of think about it is that similar to it's like a combination of the two. It's like for a rent party, traditionally, like some people will cook food. You feel me? Some people will provide liquor, drinks, and stuff like that, and bartend for free. You know what I'm saying? So that person can make rent. What I'm saying is that if you're contributing something, then you're added to the list. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a bartender,
so you would do a rent party for people who may even be able to pay their rent, but you're like,
no,
let's help you out.
Yeah. But it's like we're in a rent party business. So then if people do call us and they're like, yo, like I can't afford my rent this month, we'll be like, yo, we'll add you to the list, but you got to be able to contribute something like to the rent party. Like so that way you're on that. So you're on that. Okay. Like what do you bring? Like they might be a photographer. Be like, yo, you
I'm not gonna lie. I love this idea because I really do think like,
because some people also don't have the resources to do it on their own.
Add value to the community.
I think it's a positive idea. I think logistically it's too much that I would not want to be.
It's kind of like a mutual aid fund. You feel me? Like usually it's like there's a group of people that are doing something to get that money. Whether they're like asking for donations, whether they're going and hosting events and stuff like that, and then all the proceeds go towards the fund. And then people hit them and are like, yo, I need the funds, you know what I'm saying, for this thing. Cause like they put in a request and then you give them the money. based on the request.
Yo,
But
it's just something about being on the side of like hearing multiple people be like, yo, I need something right now. And it's like, I don't got
I'd be like,
it.
we don't got it.
I don't got it.
Be like, we don't got it right now, but we'll add you to the list. It does.
Bro,
It's
I
hard
used to
work,
work
bro.
this job that was remote when I was in college during COVID, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was the one like speaking to people, like telling them either they got sick or trying to, contact tracing and stuff like that, right? There'll be times where you're following up with someone and you're asking them like, hey, how's your condition? You can even hear it the moment they, answer the phone. It's like, yo, like, I'm down bad right now. I haven't been at work. I don't got money for rent. Can't go out to get groceries. You don't have money. And I'm just sitting there like, I can't do nothing.
There's nothing I can do with
like,
this.
That shit is tough, my nigga.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what a mutual aid fund does as well, though. It's like, it's not just money. You feel me? It's like they might provide groceries or even like someone to go to the grocery store on your behalf.
Daily Table. That shit's sad as fuck.
They shut down what?
Daily Table is an affordable grocery store in Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, and there's one in Cambridge as well. Yeah. Because the price of the groceries is too high, bro. The price of the produce and all the stuff is too high. So
why can't they just charge a little bit less?
It's a nonprofit organization. What do you mean charge a little bit less? No. It's hard. It's a grocery store. They can't afford the groceries.
They're already selling it for less.
Yeah, they can't afford the groceries anymore.
They can't keep
up.
But
how were they getting money in the first place? They had to raise funds.
Yeah, but it was sourced. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like they would get it from like local farms.
I was about to say a lot of the stuff they get either like food that is still edible, but it's not like fresh.
It's like older.
You know what I mean? It's not like the freshest.
Or it would be like direct from like someone like donating it from
right.
Like,
you know what's the problem? There was some niggas who had enough bread. They was shopping there. You had no business being there.
I don't think that's
not
how
it works.
Because it's still
that's the point of the grocery store.
I feel like you got to pull up with your tax return if you want to shop there.
It's still business.
Bro, can I be honest with you? I dead used to go there over the summer and get lunch like every day. Shit was like
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
$5, bro. For like
what's wrong with that?
Ass sandwich, bro.
Because he's not the person in need of that shit, bro.
I was right there. I needed it that
they
day
need
when I was hungry.
bro.
I needed it when I was hungry.
They need revenue. That's
another thing too. Bro, I never been in Daily Table when it was jumping. That's another thing too, bro.
Jumping?
Yeah, I never been in there when there was more than like 15 people. The Cambridge one, sometimes that joint do be jumping.
Yeah,
that one. Okay, that's one though. But I went to the one in Nubian. I even went to the Mattapan. We was right next. We were right next to the Mattapan. The Nubian one always was empty.
I never really seen people.
But I used to go by there like when I was walking home. Like I used to go by there and they would be like, "Yo, you want some produce?" I'd be like, "Yeah." They would just give me a bag of produce for free, bro. It was like tomatoes, cucumbers. Like I'd be like, "Word." That shit was clutch, bro. No bullshit. They give me some oranges. Bro. They used to have the best oranges, nigga. Them I don't even like oranges like that. Them shits was bussin', nigga. Them some oranges, you peel it, you just take a bite, nigga. You don't even say, you don't even do it proper, nigga. You turn into a heathen, nigga.
Oranges is tough to have the conversation without saying too much, but it reminds me of the conversation we was having about holding back on resources that are driven towards the community, right?
I hear what you're saying.
That should people be privy to that or not? I think people should know about these resources because as we can see, if business isn't booming like that, one, that's revenue that's not coming in for them to keep up with their expenses, the overhead charges of, maintaining their facilities. And actually, that just stops right there.
And they had just expanded
it just stops right there.
Bro.
Like I feel like people should know about these things.
We knew it was coming too, though, because the Mattapan joint shut down like in the winter.
I just don't think it should be exploited. But if you guys are saying that there was enough resources to go around, then that's different.
What makes it exploited if they're...
I'm saying if this was selling out, you feel me? If it was so cheap that there were people who could easily afford regular groceries, but they were like, yo, this is cheaper than what I'm getting over here, and I want to save money, but then you were taking away and now stock is running low or running out, and now it's people who are actually in need who can't get to it first.
That's also why they were in the locations they were in, though. They were located intentionally in neighborhoods that don't have like grocery stores right there. Like the only one that is weird is the Roxbury one, to be honest, because that one was right next to Tropical Foods. So that's like another supermarket that's right there. That was weird. I don't know. That location, I'm surprised it lasted long. I gotta be honest. But all the rest of them are in like places where it's like, yo, you have to travel like a mile to get to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? That's far for like someone that doesn't have a car or that,
Food deserts.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you.
No idea. Rent Live podcast.
A telethon?
Tell me more.
Is that? That's not the same thing.
That's what it is.
Tell me more. What do you mean?
He's saying a live podcast.
Instead of a party, but we do the live podcast.
Telethon.
And we give the revenue away for rent.
You got to pay to come. Yeah, so we getting creative. I like this. I like what we're doing. See, we're coming up with creative ways that we can get people's rent.
I'm fake predicting it. It's like, so we're going to do a live show, put it together, and then
give the money away.
Give the money away
Oh, no,
as
I
if
have
we
no problem with
haven't made no money.
I don't care about that.
Brother,
That's not what I'm
Niggas
even
with
thinking
it.
about. I'm
I
just
thought
thinking
he's
about
gonna be
more
like,
so-
yo, the first opportunity we can make some bread on this podcast. We just giving it
Giving it
back.
away.
No.
I love that,
for
though. That's a
doing
great
things for
idea.
free if you're able to. You feel me?
Yeah.
We can do that.
I think it was more so just, I don't know if we're raising that much money.
Nah, bro, we sell tickets.
Damn, nigga.
I was just like,
You
nah,
got the value in
nah,
that.
Someone's rent?
That's crazy.
Out here? Bro, listen.
I don't know if we're covering that.
Listen. This is how you do it. Same thing with the rent party. You feel me? Because like if you're charging $20, $30 at the door
We're
for
not
a
gonna
party,
pay for a venue.
We don't have to pay for the
get
venue.
somebody to get us
bro,
a
we can
venue.
get a venue, bro.
It's
I
a
got
good
a venue.
cause.
I got
It's a good
venues, bro.
cause. I don't see why. If a venue says no to that, saying,
Bro, we don't need a venue, bro. I got a venue that we
could.
could go to. I got a venue right now. We can have a venue, and there's chairs, there's tables, there's all, and then you can have a bar with drinks. You can get some food. You sell plates. You sell drinks. You sell tickets.
Boom.
You could pay someone's rent. Because imagine,
sure.
it's like,
For
so
sure.
say you get 60 people.
Uh-huh.
60 people, they're paying $30 each. How much is that?
Oh,
Nah,
60,
100?
100, 1,800. It's 1,800.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
1,800, that's somebody's rent here
Yeah.
for sure. And well, you know, a lot of niggas live with roommates and shit. They only paying like 800, 900. So that's 1,800. And then that's selling drinks. You sell drinks for like $8 each. You feel me? And you sell, every person buys a drink.
I like this idea.
That's 100. What is that?
Can I be the first person to benefit off this? I need that first month.
Niggas said, I like this. You want to be first in the order?
I need that first month's rent for
exploited.
July, bro.
Niggas talking about exploitation.
You know they be asking for the security deposit, nigga.
But I think that's a good idea. See, we just came up with two. We got the rent party like enterprise.
Hey,
I'm fucking with
We
you.
got
just
the
aside, 'cause we
a lot of
I
podcast
don't know if we really
enterprise.
gonna put
We
motion
can do
behind
benefit
it,
concerts.
but whoever's listening should put effort to it and take these ideas and make something out
Yeah,
of
bro,
it.
benefit
Wait, why
concerts.
can't we do it?
I don't think we're gonna do it.
No,
We can do that.
We just chatting.
That's what I'm saying.
We
Like,
don't even do the things that we talk
saying,
about during
I
our
was gonna
meetings.
say it, but I was like,
We're
there's a lot
supposed
of
to be
things we
live
wanted to do.
right
We ain't
now.
do
Like,
it.
yo,
There's a lot of things we wanted to do. Niggas
I'm
ain't do it.
listen, I'm gonna be hitting up the rent
Yo,
party.
we got
enterprise.
great ideas.
I'm doing that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just say
Because
something.
bro, we throw
about
parties
this
all the
group.
time anyway.
Hey,
Yo, this group right here,
I'm gonna say,
amazing
a lot of
ideas.
ideas.
A
Real
lot
idea
of
people,
ideas.
bro.
That's a lot of things we
Execution.
Yeah.
Ideas though, if we could find a way to get paid
Yeah.
for ideas,
Yeah, we'll be lit,
I
bro.
think we millionaires.
Yeah, bring us in for some consulting, bro. That's what we need to do.
Hey, man.
Charge like 50 an hour.
yeah,
50
consultant
an
for
hour for
sure.
consulting, bro.
For sure.
Locked
I
in.
think we amazing consultants.
60 an hour, matter of fact.
The
Fuck it.
intelligence in this room right here.
the right person would say, "Hey, I want to do it for free. I just want these ideas to come out into the world."
All right, fuck that
Fuck all
nigga.
of that. Fuck all of that.
That's
I'm just
nigga.
saying.
Then we the wrong, if we the wrong people for wanting to get paid for our time, fuck
Yeah.
it. Hey, listen,
Come on, bro.
I'm the wrong guy
What was we talking about? There's something we were talking about earlier, but the point is like you would want to see it come to fruition.
for sure, bro. The
So
rent,
you wouldn't even worry about getting paid. It's just
Nah,
like,
not
I want
these
them
ideas.
happy.
if you
Not
need
these ideas.
if you need a rent party, bro, if you need a location to do a rent party and you like it's 50, 60 people, let me know. I got you.
Hey
Sure.
man, same.
I
man.
love-
I can hit you up with a rent party venue if you
I
need
get
it.
tickets for people who can't even afford it.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'm not doing that. Nigga. I'm trying to. I'll give you the venue if I can get in for free. That's my trade off. I
Hey,
want to
man.
be there, nigga. That's how it works though. If I'm providing liquor, if I'm making the food, if I'm getting the venue, I should get in.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause
because then I'm not charging you for it. You could charge other people for it.
I don't know if y'all heard about this, and this is not something that's tied to this school specifically. A lot of people do it when they're guest speakers at a
Oh yeah, NYU.
commencement.
I saw that.
Or also, I'm a B. No,
Oh,
not BU.
was it
Bridgewater
Columbia?
State.
Oh no, I don't know.
The
I don't know
commencement speaker, it's like this billionaire, and he gave every student like $1,000 cash, right? And then he was like, "Yo, you take 500 for yourself. You take the other 500, donate it to something."
Yeah,
But there's no tie to it. Like, there's no one actually checking if you do that, right?
Mhm.
But I was more so thinking about it instantly. In my head, I was like, "Oh yeah, he just did it as a tax
That's
write-off."
2 PS5.
In my head, I was like, "That's a tax write-off."
I don't care.
Like, but then I was like, "There's no issue with that." Because at the end of the day, yeah, he's benefiting from his good deed, but he's also doing a lot of
Yeah,
good deeds
it
for
should
other
be
people.
better than-
It's
should be
better than
beneficial.
A lot of
could be.
people, I feel like there's times where people.
They be like, what about
We
2,000?
complain about those people. I don't
Right.
like those people. I don't like those people.
I was like, what's the issue with
It's like
that?
the Virgil shit. It's
The
like,
Virgil
damn,
shit.
bro, you a
Remind me.
billionaire.
I
I
will
will Virgil
say-
only gave like $100 for a
Yeah,
cause.
I forgot
No,
about
no,
that.
that's crazy.
Nah,
That was crazy.
for that, nigga.
That was
That nigga
crazy.
for that.
You could have kept the 100, bro.
$100.
So you rather have him ignore the shit?
Nah, that's crazy.
Would that be a better look?
No, that's basically
No, that's better. That's better.
like-
That's
that's
better to
that's
not
like
do
hearing-
nothing at
that's
all.
like
The
hearing
thing
nigga
is,
damn
though, the
money,
thing is,
like,
though,
I don't.
I
That's
do feel
bad.
like there's more
Hearing
to
nigga
that.
damn is better than I
Bro,
see that.
Virgil
there's more
married to the
context
white
to that.
woman with them
I
chick.
think. Okay.
The white woman
I think
got
there's more
nothing to do
context
with
to
it.
Because it
that
was a
we're not
Black Lives
remembering.
Matter thing. That's what it was. It was a. It
I
was
do
a.
think
It was
there's
a.
more
I think it was the George
context.
Floyd joint.
I do think there's more context that we're
That's
not
what it
bringing to
was,
the table.
nigga. He donated $100
I feel
to
like that
George
nigga
Floyd funeral
donated
costs.
multiple times. That time he just happened to put his name on it. I believe.
Allegedly.
I believe.
Allegedly. But you can understand the outrage for that.
No, for sure.
It's
No.
about it's a it's,
No,
a,
no, no, no,
it's,
no,
it's
for
about somebody
For
who's
sure.
it's about a
For
black
sure.
man who was murdered unjustly.
Yo,
and you're a well-profiled
Bro, my
black
nigga,
individual. You
the
got
nigga,
$100,
he sells
bro.
shoes for more than that.
Listen.
Type shit.
Like, come on.
The cheapest item he
Come
probably
on.
sells is
Listen,
$100.
Is it a good look? No. Does it deserve outrage?
Not outrage, but
No.
criticism.
Outrage, but it's
Yeah.
a conversation.
Criticism.
You didn't even have to put your name to that.
I think it just tell me who you are, and that's all I need to know.
Yes.
That's
Exactly.
it.
That's
But
how
I'm
I
not
think there's outrage.
crucifying
I
you
think
for
there's just
100
conversations
bills.
around it.
Nigga,
No,
he
they
gave
killed
2
him.
Virgils, my
I was about to
nigga.
say he made a song about that shit, bro.
2 Virgils. He gave $50. That's what he gave. He
Who made
gave
that song?
50.
Who made that?
He gave me.
Oh.
He gave $50. He didn't even give
He
100.
did.
He gave $50.
I only said 100 because of Nate's song.
Come on.
He couldn't even give a nigga 2 Virgils.
Nah, $50, bro.
He gave 50.
$50 is crazy.
That's what happened. That's why niggas was saying 2
can't defend
Virgils.
that, bro.
Let me get 2
can't
Virgils.
defend
He
that.
gave 50. He don't even sell. He didn't sell nothing for $50.
I had a dark humor joke where it's like God seen that and was like, "You coming with me?"
press the button.
All right.
Press that button, nigga. It's over. I can't believe it.
No.
You've had a hard day.
All respect to
You
Virgil.
had a hard day.
Nah,
Rest,
But
rest
on the
in
other
peace.
side of
Rest
that,
in
I'm
peace.
gonna
show
Hard
first.
day.
I'm gonna try to clean that up a little bit. Shout out Virgil, because Virgil did give a lot of resources away for free as well.
Sure.
You feel me?
Exactly.
He gave niggas a lot of game that we see.
I think just the inspiration alone.
today, right now,
There's a lot of people who are artists. A lot of people who direct their inspiration to him.
from that tree. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Shout out
Nigga
Virgil.
had
all
more than
jokes.
$50 though.
$50 was crazy.
Nigga.
You know that.
at least don't put your name on it, bro.
I was
That's
about
what
to
I'm
say.
saying. That's why I'm
Is
like,
it GoFundMe? There's an option, anonymous.
Keep
just
it
like
2
$50.
Virgils, bro.
Are you the type of person who presses the anonymous button on the
I want them
GoFundMe?
niggas to know.
I don't put my name.
Especially because I give a little bit more than
Otherwise,
everybody
if
else.
I can't tell you how, if I'm not,
It's
if I
the
don't-
mutual part about it.
Here's my thing. If I can't put my name, that means I don't got it.
I might have
So
put my name
I'm
before,
not donating.
and then I did it, and I was like, I ain't like that. Like, they didn't need to know it was me.
How much you give?
It's like 100.
Was it more than other people were giving?
Oh, for sure.
That's what I'm saying, nigga.
But then
If
after, I didn't like that
No,
feeling.
I
I was
like
like,
that.
I didn't like
See,
that.
you a better man than me,
I was like, I
bro.
don't like that.
If everybody else giving
Yeah.
25-50,
I'ma give
I'm
100.
coming
I
through
don't
with
need them
100.
to know that I
You-
gave that much.
I
Yes.
want you to know.
Because there's gonna be niggas scrolling
So
through.
what, they supposed to fuck with me more?
Nah,
Yeah.
they supposed to. Nah, look,
They know you a real nigga. You a real
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
He
yeah.
said, yeah.
I wasn't saying that. I was saying I want you to
You know
know.
who I am.
I just want you to know that like those like the people that gave so far, you feel me? I gave 4 times what they gave. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't
just
want more.
I want you to know. I
I
want you to
am-
know that like they care. I care.
Yeah, that's what
That
you gotta
shit.
know.
That's what I want them to know. I don't want them to think I'm better than someone. I want you to know.
No,
I
no,
got
no.
you.
I'm the-
They got you, but I got
I'm
you.
the
though.
equivalent of 4 niggas.
Type shit. I got you. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I care. Like they care to give.
Like,
They
I
gave what
get
they
it.
can.
I
but
get it.
Just know.
I get it.
I'm
I
half
gave-
joking.
But you're
I
not.
gave what
I
I gave.
understand you.
I don't think I'm better than
understand you.
anybody.
No,
That was
understand
the
where you're
joking
coming from.
aspect of it.
I
But
don't think I'm better than
I
them.
want the acknowledgement.
How often
I
do we
gave
do
more.
things in good grace that it's like you
It
don't want
doesn't
to be
matter because
rewarded
as
for
long
that?
as you
Bro,
did
we don't
it,
throw the
that's
rent
all that
parties,
matters.
bro.
Hey man,
We throwing the rent parties, bro. We
Yes.
do the parties and then we just give them the money. No one has to know who the rent
you
is
know
for.
this is stamped, right?
Bro,
Now we gotta do it. We gotta at least
We
throw
gonna
one.
throw
I'm
at least,
saying.
bro. I'm gonna throw at least one rent party
Okay.
before the end of the summer.
What's
And
the
niggas-
criteria? How do you find the right candidate?
Bro, like I said,
Ooh.
we're gonna pay the rent of the people who are hosting
No,
the
but
party.
there has to be.
No. I
There
want
has
to
to be
give
more
it to
to
the
that.
person because the people who
But
host
how
the
do you know
party,
it's going to the right person?
All right, we'll find somebody. How about this?
we should take applications.
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't even say that. We're gonna get whoever's interested in having a rent party.
Mhm.
You feel me? Hit niggas, and then niggas will be like, I bet.
Nah,
I think a
figure
lot of
it out.
niggas be interested.
I need the applications.
Nah,
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't pay your rent though. Like you need it.
How do you verify that?
I need to know
I
your.
gotta
I
do
need
it.
to know your credit card accounts. I need to know you in debt, bro.
I need to know your social security number.
All right.
Because why you need to know? Why you need to know their accounts?
And I need to know the story of why couldn't you make it this month?
I
So
don't even
you
need all
are
that.
judging based off a story.
Yeah,
That's
for
not
sure.
what mutual aid is
How do
about,
you-
though.
How do
We
you
don't
gauge
care
when one
about the
story is
story?
better than
Nah,
the other?
story doesn't matter.
I don't like saying better than the other.
Okay.
Like,
One story is like I got fired from my
We
job.
prioritize
I-
it based on what you need it for.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. If there's one person like I lost my job and the other person was like, I don't feel like paying my rent this month, so if y'all got me, like,
I don't think anyone would
That's-
waste our time saying that.
but
You'd
that's
be
mutual. That
surprised.
would be
I
mutual
That's what
don't
aid.
mutual- that's
feel
what
like-
mutual
I don't
aid
feel
is
like
about,
paying
though.
rent
Because
right now.
technically,
Nah,
you
I don't feel like
you
it,
could
but
be-
it would help me out a lot if I didn't have to pay it. I
Yeah.
can pay it, but it
It'll
would
help
help
a lot of niggas out.
Exactly.
So
So that's
that's
why
what I'm
that's why you're lower on the priority
You're
list.
prioritizing
And you have
story.
to and you understand that though because that's what mutual aid is about.
I hear you.
It's built on the framework
But
that
sometimes one person just writes a story better than the other, but it's like if you really read between the lines, it's like, damn, it's not actually that bad for that person. but they move my
No,
they
so
move
P,
my
P,
soul.
This is what we gonna do.
They
Though.
made me
This
feel
what-
something.
See,
That's
this
when
is
you call them and be like, I got a few questions.
no. See, you don't even
So when
call
you say
it.
you lost your leg,
I don't
Can
even
you
like
walk?
that we saying this on
do
the
you
pod
have
right
a
now
wheelchair?
because we
Yeah.
gonna be on some PI shit, bro. You feel
Hmm.
me? We gonna scope them out for the week.
Pass interference?
No,
Oh,
no,
personal.
private
Private
investigator.
investigator.
Come on,
I was
bro.
like, what the fuck
We-
you
we gon-
talking
we-
about?
We gonna see what they up to. You feel me? I see these niggas at an event. Right there, you out of here. You paid a ticket to go to the club. You
And
out
they
of
can't
here.
have a good time.
Nope.
You sound like them
You
niggas
at
that's
the
like,
club,
yo,
but
you
you
got
can't pay your
EBT, you can't buy fucking soda
Police
or whatever.
niggas, bro.
I ain't say
That's
that.
the same
I
argument.
said, why you go to the club?
That's the same
Why
perspective.
you
that
going to the
They got it
club?
for
that
free.
sounds like
They
the
got
same
it for
shit to
free.
me.
You buying weed, but you can't afford your rent.
Trauma.
Niggas need to go through the pain, bro.
Nah, I
numb
agree- I
themselves,
agree
bro.
with
They
that,
trying to
though.
numb themselves.
I agree with that though.
They
Going
trying
to the
numb
club,
themselves.
there's many ways you can. But if I see you buying weed and you're supposed to be paying your rent,
I just
you
know
better than you moving down on the
Mind
list.
you, this is not my true opinion. I'm just saying it for the podcast. But that's how niggas be trying to stand for it. It's like, I got to numb the pain.
That's not good. Find a better outlet.
Their whole situation
Find a more
their whole
acceptable
situation's not
outlet
good,
for
my
me.
nigga.
I
Why you think they drinking so much? You think they want to?
Maybe that's not where I
Maybe.
want to put my mutual aid.
Maybe.
I might, this might sound fucked up. I kind of don't want to put my mutual aid
That's not mutual aid.
in the lost causes.
That's crazy. That's not mutual.
I gotta feel like if I help you with this mutual aid,
Nah.
it's like it's gonna put you on the right trajectory.
That's not mutual aid. You're talking. You're talking about fundraising, just like giving people. That's not mutual aid.
No, I'm not talking about that either.
Nah.
What makes it mutual aid versus fundraising? Break it down.
Because mutual aid, like it's a framework of understanding that you're essentially engaging with your community. You feel me? With community.
Oh,
members.
and that's why you find it important that
You
they
feel
have
me?
a role in the rent
right.
party. For
Because
example.
I wouldn't give money to like some random person. You feel me?
They have to do the
because-
work with us.
Or you just have to be a member of my community. You feel me?
Hey.
And engaging. And if this is a community I'm literally just starting, then it's like, what does that mean? You feel me?
Okay.
And because I'm a part of communities, right? I'm a part of an artistic community. There's an organized community I'm a part of. I'm part of like a youth workers network
gonna
community.
say.
You feel me? All these things. It's like if I'm doing something for those communities, sure. Then it could be anyone within that framework.
Yo, how would a person from Southie say the artistic community?
From Southie, what do they do? Are they an artist? Like, are they engaged?
No, from like with the Southie accent. What would that sound like?
You say it.
I don't think I could do it well.
Wait. Oh, what was the word that you said? Artist community?
The artistic community.
Autistic.
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 Just wanted to hear
I
say-
just
you wanna say
I'm a
autistic.
fool. I'm a fool. Let's
autistic
get out of
community.
here, bro.
Yeah, this has been a rough day for him.
I
bro.
was gonna say,
He's
shout
like
out,
0 for 5,
shout
bro.
out Ujima, because they actually
Yeah.
do a lot of this work. You feel me?
Facts.
So we're having this conversation lightly, but please check out them because they have all the resources to actually provide you with means for this if you need it.
Facts. Bro, especially
I feel like I just gotta balance this nigga out, bro. He said something, I'm like, okay, I gotta clean it up a little bit.
feel you, bro. He been wild today, bro. Yeah, he's like 0 for 5 on the takes today, bro. He just wanted us to say the autistic community.
I'm a fool.
I say a lot. I just don't know how his mind got there. Because my mind wouldn't even think to be like, it sounds like this.
He said, that'd be funny. Say it. He said, I don't even think I can say it. I don't know. Say it real quick. And then you really just dove into it, though.
My mom wasn't thinking about it, bro.
My
bad.
All right, man. So it's been
My
it's
bad, yo.
been another week of bad for the community. I appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been fun. Can't say that. Can't say it hasn't been fun. And I'm sure the people at home,
It hasn't been fun.
I'm sure the people at home, some people might be triggered. Yo, I seen a nasty YouTube comment.
Oh,
About
the Shonda episode?
no. Oh, I seen that too. That wasn't
Who is that nigga?
That wasn't nasty. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
like,
It wasn't. It
but it was rude.
was a critique.
Yeah.
What'd
But
he
no.
say?
He was like, who made Shonda the club police?
Oh.
because you could criticize
Yeah.
the wall huggers and shit. Nah, somebody,
I think her points were valid.
some random YouTube account did not like what we did with the conjoined twins. Or was it conjoined or
It
was it
came up now?
asexual?
They
Yeah.
were conjoined.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Still
What'd they
getting
say?
motion.
What'd they say?
I deleted it. I don't know.
You deleted the comment? You deleted
Yeah, I was
the
like, I don't like
episode?
this. Hide.
Nigga, you
You
read it.
can't do that.
You read
Yeah,
it,
you
bro.
can.
Why?
Nigga, who gave you power to do that?
Who gave us power to
YouTube.
speak on it?
I have the ability to.
So did
I said
they.
who gave us power to speak on
Oh, I don't care. I don't know.
it?
What did he say?
What the-
I don't know. It said something along the lines of like, yo, you guys are horrible people. If if this was like cancel culture, your YouTube would be dead.
You can have
Da-da-da.
that opinion.
I don't know.
I don't think what I said was nice.
Sure.
I can live with that.
Sure.
I feel like they would laugh at what I said. I don't know. I feel
I
like
remember-
they'd
I don't remember that episode.
They
man.
find it. We gotta
I
watch
don't
that.
remember
We're
what we
gonna watch it back after this and
And we're gonna
see.
see if we
What
like.
did we say?
We probably gonna watch it back like, Yeah, why we do that? Why we do that?
Yeah, it was
bro?
some years ago.
I remember what
It was some
happened.
years ago.
Nigga press play and just started laughing immediately.
That was comedy.
This
bro.
is true.
They're not gonna like it when we drop the mental health BFTC reacts with me and
Still gonna
Ease.
drop that?
Oh yeah,
With y'all three. Or with y'all.
Oh,
it was just
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
three.
yeah.
Y'all
Just
three.
me and
Yeah.
him.
Crazy.
we was
Alright.
laughing at niggas with colored hair and shit.
You was laughing.
You laugh with me, bro.
Did I?
Yeah, you
You
did.
probably
Maybe,
did, bro.
maybe,
You probably
probably
did,
did.
bro.
Hey, man.
Maybe.
We're out of here. We hope y'all have a great week. All jokes aside, just be a better person for you, your community, your family,
Facts.
friends, and others. You feel me? I get on this mic, I say some bullshittery. I'm a good person in real life, though.
Yeah, man.
I probably shouldn't say that. I don't think a good person would say they're a good person. But I want y'all to know this is all for the sake of entertainment.
You're gonna find a good rent party enterprise.
Yes, yes, sir.
Be easy.
Y'all be easy.
We out.